I forgot. Hello, I forgot I need to water the plants. I'm gonna water them while I remember. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, so many people are here already. Hello. No water for not wash for plants. Water for water. No. B T W E A T T C K E R for plants. Water for plants. I know how to spell. Water, wash, same thing really. I mean, kind of.
She's having a stroke.
No, I'm not. I'm a cat. Hi. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing though? Oh, I've been busy. I've got to look after cats. And oh my gosh, thankfully it's not as bad of a heat wave as they're saying it was going to be. Ow! Why? But yeah, it's not as bad a heat wave as they're saying was going to be. It's been pretty okay. I can handle it. But it's still had bad hay fever. I've still had to walk the cats and stuff and be out there in the hay fever. And oh my gosh, my internet's being slow as heck, guys. But I need to say hello to everybody. Hello, Bob the Keeper. Hello, Saradwin. Hello, 7 Stage of Rage Streams. Hello, Talan.
Oh, snap.
Hello,
I'm
Anthony.
on the ball today. Mama remembered to put the oven light on today, so I'm fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, TA. Hello, TA. And thank you. Oh yeah, hi IRS, and thank you for all the well wishes from everybody. And hi K-Trax. Hello. And Zosimas is here. Thanks for being here, Zosimas. Yeah, I restarted my PC before the stream, like another restart, just because my PC was being slow. I was like, what? And I tested Cuptle, and Cuptle was being up to date. Skitten got back with the fat cow. What? Did we have a global heat wave? Possibly. I mean, it's called global warming for a reason. You're working on more Cupcake Heresy pictures. Nice! Hopefully they're all going to be just as adorable. Hope yesterday wasn't too onerous for you. Too onerous. Too onerous. Too onerous. No. It's been a bit difficult. It's because I'm an ill person. And the cats, oh my gosh, have been fighting one another. It's like, one of the days, the cats was like, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, hey, stop that. And then I come down and the kitchen's covered in blood. I'm like, oh.
The art depicts real events as the heresy is now.
No. There's no Cupcake Heresy. There's only art for Cupcake Heresy. Look, quickly, the British man is catching up. Run away! Oh, my little art. Oh, but what was they doing? Yeah. And then one of the cats like peed all over the microwave and all over the compost bin and the pee everywhere. And I only noticed once half of it had already dried up. So I was like having to clean that. That wasn't yesterday, thankfully. Well, she did pee somewhere and I still had to clean it up. But it was on some plastic sheets where she often pees, so it's fine. It wasn't fine, but it was better than other places. Yeah, but I've been having to walk the cats and I'm walking them outside. Like, even when it's been raining and stuff, you still get quite a lot of pollen in the air and my eyes are just like swelling up when I'm walking them. I'm like, oh, why cats? Why? Oh gosh, my chest. I got a stitch in my chest. Ow. Onerous. Onerous, that's how you pronounce it, onerous. The heresy was always real, she just denied it. There is no heresy in what's it called? There's no heresy in the bakery. Oh, my chest. It hurts for some weird reason. I guess it's not that weird. It's not that weird. I'm tired. I'm not being able to sleep because I wanting to keep my cats separated from one another because they're not wasting as much energy as they need to be, so they're going to fight more. And overnight, as a result, I've got one of the cats staying with me. And on top of that, she wants to stay with someone. She gets so upset. I was having a bath yesterday and she was just sat outside the bathroom the entire time, just like, just like that the entire time I was trying to have a bath. Well, she wasn't meowing too much, but she was just sat there. I felt sorry for her. You'll probably see how much heresy for this. There's no need for a poll. There's no heresy. Lots of her friends and a girl put a flower behind a guy's ear. His whole face was puffing up in minutes. Oh no. She's trying to kill him. Hi, Strive 420. Is this some Yeet type skills? Yeet? Who's that? Oh, but yeah. So I just have her she sleeps across my legs or next to them. I was just like curled up on the settee yesterday because I was exhausted and in pain, and she just came up to me and started.
Do a heresy poll.
No heresy poll. She was a character in a Bleach anime. Oh, with flower powers. Well, then she's like nudging my legs in different directions and then like my arms and stuff, and in the end she just wraps me up like a pretzel and then just curls up in the middle. I'm like, what the hell, Kit Kat? What the heckers? What the hecky hex? I don't want to be curled up into a pretzel. But she did. She turned me into a pretzel. I think it'll be more fun not to do a heresy poll, you know? Just imagine a heresy poll. So yeah. But then because they're both just like roaming around, It's like, it's hard to get any proper sleep because it's just always like, I want to curl up with you. I want to curl up and be warm with you. And I'm like, it's already so warm. It's already so warm, Kit Kat. How are you? You got a big fur coat and you want to be under the covers and you want to be curled up close and it's like 20 degrees. Why? You're like a radiator. And the other cat is just like scratching at the door like, hey, 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 hey. Hi, and then goes away. She just wants to scratch at my bedroom door to say hello and then goes away. It's like, yeah, I'm not a cat. Oh, it's a high strive. Why do cats fight so much? A lot of it, with my cats, one of them loves to play, but the other doesn't really like to play that much. On top of that, the one that loves to play always gets her claws out. She's just terrible at not getting her claws out, so that means she ends up hurting the other one, and the other one gets really angry and upset about it. As you can imagine, it just results in from fighting. Oh, but then it's like when I do take out the cats, like, but they often will be out there for over an hour if I don't like try to get them in. Well, then I could take them out like twice a day, so that's like at least 2 hours a day that you just spent walking the cats. And then you just feel all heavy afterwards. And then you got to clean the cat litter trays and clean up all the cat litter that goes everywhere and feed them. And they love to just like eat the food, right? But what they do, they pick it up with their mouth, drop it next to a food bowl, and then eat it, and it goes all over the floor, and then you have to clean it all up. It's like, what, you silly cats? I mean, okay, this is normal stuff, but I don't have
If I
any
may get
energy
into
for
the
that.
mind of the cat for a moment. Okay, there is a lot more empty in here, but I found it. I can has roasty toasty.
Yes, the cats want to be roasty toasty. I also don't get it. They love to just like pick up the food out of a food bowl, drop it on the floor, then eat it on the floor, and it just goes everywhere. Like, why? Why, cat? Oh, gosh. But yeah, between taking care of cats and just hay fever in general, it's not been fun. Is it a metal bowl? No, it's a porcelain bowl. They don't always do it, but sometimes do it. I don't know why. You don't have cats, you have gremlins. I do. No, one of them, for one that pees everywhere, the reason she pees everywhere is because we got them as kittens just before lockdown started. And as a result, we couldn't get a vet appointment to get them spayed. So that means she ended up developing the gland that makes her territorial and wants to spray everywhere. And because of that, she ends up just peeing everywhere to mark her territory. It's like, oh. And apparently there's nothing to do, you can stop it. Maybe get quite shattered if they eat from it. Maybe. Hay fever's a type of allergy. Yeah, hay fever's a type of allergy. It's pollen allergy. I react badly to pollen. Most pollens, but certain pollens are worse than others. Like grass pollen is really mean. And tree pollen also really mean. And flower pollen really mean. And all plant pollens are mean. But sometimes I just stood there like walking the cats. I'm like, you know, it's not great when I'm just inside my room with my air conditioner on. That kind of makes sure the air is filtered. But when I'm like outside in it all, I start getting my eyes swelling up again.
I shall duel you, and if I win, you will do a heresy poll.
No, you can't duel me. It's impossible. One who suffers from it as well is unbearable. Yeah, thankfully it's not set off my... Actually, maybe it has. Maybe that's why my chest hurts. Maybe I need to take an inhaler. Do I have an inhaler that works still? Maybe. Is one of them orange? No, neither of them are orange. One of them's blonde and one of them's grey. Well, one of them's blonde and brown. The other is black and grey. Yeah. Oh, the blonde one is the one that just has way too much energy. I'm like scratching when she's playing. And she also doesn't like to be left alone too long. So they're really spoiled kids. Because my parents just spoil them. Ever since my mother's like got her early retirement, she has just been spending way too much time with the cats. And like she could take them on walks all the time, and then she like just spends all day outside with the cats. It's like, yep. Or when they're inside, she's just there with the cats. And then it's like my father works from home quite a lot, so he often just like has the cats on his knees while he's working. And then I'm home all the time, so then I have the cats with me a lot. Well, that means you've got 3 people who are basically home most of the time, with one of them overly doting on the cats. And actually, no, my father also overly dotes on the cats in the evening. He likes to have the cats curled up with him when he's watching TV. And he likes to give them belly rubs. He gives them belly rubs. And like there's this weird wrestly fighty thing with them. And it's like, oh. That means they're just like, they're constantly just stimulated all of the time. And as a result, when my parents go, they both get a bit stressed out. And then I'm there like, yeah, the only person left to take care of you is a really ill person who has no energy to begin with. Oh, so they end up being stressed because the parents are gone. I think they get just more over-energized because they're not getting as much playtime as they used to. Oh, raising a pair of brats, it's true. It's true. They're incredibly spoiled. And my mother, right, she decided normal pet food's not good enough for our cats. No, she instead buys this special pet food that she has to get through the vets because they're like it's like for a special company. And then she buys like for wet food. She buys it from a company where it's all frozen foods and they deliver it to the cats and not to the people. But it's like, so the foods are delivered frozen, like you get all these ice blocks with it to keep it cold while it's being delivered. And it's all like freshly made, like chicken and pork and beef. And it's like, oh my gosh, our cats are eating better than we are. And then you have to keep it in your freezer. Oh. And it's like, what? Your cats sound like my blonde cat, always trying to be with me.
She says she's not overly doting on the cats, but she doesn't know the chair she's in doesn't have furry, heated, vibrating armrests.
No, it doesn't have furry, heated, vibrating armrests. It's fine. The cats do not get along well enough to be that close to one another all the time. Oh. Not without like my parents or something. Oh, but yeah, it's like a full-time job taking care of our cats, and it's tiring. And then it's like, because my father gets up at like 5 a.m. because when he does go to work, he has to like commute quite far, like when he's not working from home. So he just like regularly gets up at 5 a.m. Also just because he's insane. I don't know. He gets up at like 5 a.m. but he goes to bed at like midnight half the time. It's like, how? Let's say 5 a.m. I think he gets up a bit earlier. But she's used to that, so she wants me to get up at 5 a.m. and she wants me to start like taking her for a walk at that time. I'm like, I can't. I can make sure the house is like for your alarms off and you can get to your outside room, and I can make sure you're fed and I give you a bit of attention, but after that I'm going back to sleep, kitty cat. And the other one just wants hugs all the time, and just like she won't really settle down till gone midnight either. And it's like, oh. Hi Tony, he's just like me for real. But yeah, so I'm not getting much sleep. I think it's like with hay fever and stuff and full heat, I'm not sleeping that well anyway. It's like, oh my goodness, the cats will start bothering my parents about 3:30 in the morning. Yeah. Now, I would keep them in the kitchen, because that's what my parents would usually do. They got them back into the habits because the cats got a bit too spoiled. They got them into the habits of, in the evening, they'll lock the cats up just before they go to bed, still around midnight, mind you. in the kitchen, and then when my father wakes up, he'll let them out. But the issue with that is that the cats get locked together for a while. And with me, it's like I get up at around 7. That's when my alarms go off. So that means they're going to get at least a couple of extra hours. And if I'm going to bed, it's like, I don't want to get up at midnight just to put those cats in bed. Well, that means they're being like just trapped in a room together for like 7 hours at least. And that's when they start peeing everywhere and fighting too much and making a massive mess. I'm like, you know, at this point, it's just better to just keep you separated. I just believe I've been trying to. I've tried my best. Oh, so neat. I won a jump catch game. Yay! Yodi actually did demand, although she would intentionally not sleep well just to spite you if you did that. Yeah, alarms? Demands, sorry, not alarms. Are bad. I have been trying to sleep well. It's a bit difficult though with, you know, for Yeet anyway. Just give me I need to get the magazines. I need to get the magazines. Oh. But here, I need to get my gloves on. Oh. But yeah, I've been trying my best. Also, things are just being stressful recently in real life. Oh my goodness. Our government's going crazy. Ow. Ow. But I'm going to be fine. I was hoping that this week I would, because sometimes our parents go away, for extra responsibility of like having the cats and stuff, actually helps me get myself in order. Because sometimes when I'm like struggling, I'm actually just a bit depressed. But if like my parents are gone, I'm like, okay, cats are my responsibility. I need to get up early. I need to take care of them. I need to clean up the house and stuff. I'll start doing that. I'll start getting up early, start cleaning up the house. And then once I start getting into this routine of taking care of the cats and having that responsibility, my mind like improves again. It's like, wait a minute. I'm not that physically ill at the moment. I can actually do this. I can get some exercises done while we're doing this. I'm great. I'm strong. And then I end up like getting myself in a really good routine and really strong, and I feel confident again. I'm not like that. Oh my goodness. I was hoping I'd be like that, but no, for hay fever and my illness in general is bad enough that I'm not like, nope, I am actually ill. Oh my goodness. Oh, where's the boss hand cam? Here's the boss hand cam. Look, it's Hell Brute Pieces. 38, 37, 36, 35. Yeah. Magazines. But do you want to see something before the magazines? That's because we almost saw Conjuror's real hands. What do you mean you almost saw my real hands? No one almost saw my real hands. Do you want to see something cool? Where is it? It's here. It's here. Look, there's a new Black Templar announced, and it's just a chaplain.
Please no, not the
Mercury.
website.
Hi, Mercury. How you doing? Ah, long time no see. Been listening to good music, I presume. I've been listening to a lot of 90s and noughties punk rock. Oh, but look at this. It is a defined duty of extricus. Yeah, they're called excretors. No, not excretors. Execrators. Execrators. Not excretors. They're not poopers. You're good as usual, still listening to music. Yay! Why is he so fancy? He's wearing a helmet. It's a skull helmet. He is bald, though. He is actually bald. Oh, he's got a surface stood in. Stop doing that. I mean, it's okay. It's a cool model. I am a bit annoyed that they're not... I was hoping for like a new character that felt our own. Like, it wasn't just a chaplain. It wasn't just an ancient. It wasn't just a lieutenant. It wasn't just a captain. It was our own thing, like completely separate from any other characters. Because currently we've got a marshal who literally has the same stat line but worse of a captain. We have a lieutenant who has the same stat line, but worse. No, Castellan, sorry, has the same stat line, but worse, of a lieutenant. We now have an ancient. I don't know what their stats will be like, but a Crusader ancient who's believed to be either a sword, not sword buffing. What are they called? Well, they're believed to be at least one of the different types of ancients that we already have. Blade Guard, a Blade Guard ancient or a Primaris ancient. And now we got this guy who's basically just a chaplain. It's like, it does look like we're actually going to get more unique stats and like abilities for our characters, but they're still just equivalent of what normal ones are, which makes me feel like that our units are no longer going to be able to have captains and lieutenants join them, and our characters won't be able to join normal units, like non-specifically Black Templar units. Because that's what happened to Space Wolves, at least with some of the Space Wolves. I just came back from listening to Everybody Plays the Fool by Main Ingredient and Can't Smile Without You by Barry Marlowe. Oh, that's nice. And I was like, hello, Finns Falkadok. How old is the ancient? Probably at least 100 years old. I don't know. So, yeah. I'm a bit worried about that sorts of stuff. I mean, it is a cool model for I might actually get this. I just wish we got something more unique. Or it does make me think maybe we're going to get our own version of an apothecary and our own version of a tech priest too. And maybe our own... Actually, it would be nice to get like our own version of a librarian. Whoa, my gosh. Oh my goodness, there's so many bombs. Why are you doing this? Only 100 young ancient. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But what else was there? Oh yeah, there's a new combat patrol for the Grey Knights that our Grey Knight players are super excited about. It's not controversial at all. I mean, how can you be upset at this? Look, it's got the only cool character the Grey Knights have. And it's got a box knot in it. Look at that good old box knot. Isn't he cool? And look at those 10 funny dudes. Also, we got the Terminators. Those are cool Terminators. A Black Templar librarian holding a book upside down. Is that Armageddon? Oh yeah, we got an Armageddon book out recently. But no, we don't have any Armageddon stuff here. Oh. Yeah, I like this box set. I'm kind of half tempted to get it myself and convert all of these models into Black Templar. But I am a sucker for a box knot, especially for Venerable Dreadnought. I never got a Venerable Dreadnought when I was a kid. I always wanted one, but it was so much more expensive than a normal Dreadnought. Dreadnought was already expensive enough. Also, these Knight-style Terminators are so cool. I love them. Now, the thing that people really complain about is that it's got this character in who is a named character. Hi, Nick the Salamander. They're just selling this box of clean out of a warehouse of their updates in 11th. Please don't get any more GW's bad behaviour. Are you sure that's what they're doing? Maybe. Maybe. We got Drago here. Hey, look how cool this model. I love this model. It can be kit and bashed so many times into other models. I think 11th's still going to be far away though, isn't it? Like, we got the Black Templars out. The Salamanders are also needing to come out soon. The Imperial Knights need to come out. Then we've got Photan. And as I said, Salamanders. And then there's 2 other units. Not every faction even has their 11th Codex yet. And the 10th Codex yet, sorry. Like, they have a Photon got their Codex yet? No. No. Drago is a term. Oh, that's Crow. Yeah, Crow. For other illiterate one. Everyone loves Crow. That's such a cool model, though. I like it. Look, I like all the models in that set, so I might get it just because, you know. To be fair, if I did buy it, I wouldn't be buying it from this place. I'll be buying it from like Wayland Games or Elemental Games or whatever. So, and they would have already bought it from Games Workshop anyway. That is a nostalgia talking cuppa. Hey! This dude here was not out when I was playing the game. Was he? I don't think so. Look, I'm allowed to be nostalgic. Also, look, we talk about how big Space Marine Legions are. And there's like over 180,000 of the Iron Warriors. The Photon Space Sharks, yay! Head empty, only bonk. No! Oh yeah, you also got new stuff off of these dudes. Also, look, we finally got female dwarves! It's been years, ever since Tolkien. We finally got a female, look, female dwarf here, female dwarf here. Oh, I love it. And look, Age of Sigmar stays winning, it really does. It really does. I want the female dwarves in fantasy. They did actually fight. There's been a few female dwarves in for lore before, like characters and stuff. Oh, Guy Halen closing out for Epic Dawn for Fire Saga. Oh, the Silent King. Oh yeah, there's been a new FAQ for Old World. And the main difference, I believe, but no Moo models, I don't think. Yeah, we had no models for them in the fantasy / Old World. It's sad. May have been a bit hostile first. Don't worry about it, Nick. Yeah, but what we get now, infantry units are capable of fighting in 2 ranks again as long as they didn't charge that turn. Which is pretty cool. Although it does mean that melee-focused armies will be at a bit of a disadvantage. Because if they charge into a unit of like spearmen or whatever, they're only going to get 2 ranks fighting, where the enemy will have 3 ranks. And on the second turn, they'll have to... Let's say 2 ranks. Like, if you get some orcs or spears, the most ranks that you could ever have fighting is 2 ranks. And same with goblins or spears, unless you went for thrusting spears, but that means that you won't be charging, but as a melee army, you'd be wanting to charge. Whereas your enemy will pretty much always have 3 ranks if it didn't charge, which there's a good chance that they won't. There's a big advantage to them not doing a charge now. So I'm a bit sad about that. But I mean, I guess you do get to strike first if you charge. Wait, do you? Do you get to strike first if you charge? I can't remember. But yeah, you get to fight in 2 ranks now. Even if you... Oh, and you've got parry again. Parry's back. Except it doesn't give you a ward save. It gives you +1 to your armor if you just use a hand weapon and shield. Which is pretty nice. A once wise Goldface said bacon off a pan. I've only got this cool stuff here. Look at them. Space Wolves, Imperial... Look at this Imperial Fist. Blood Angels, Iron Hands, Ultramarines, Salamanders. Oh my goodness, look at Salamander, so cool. Raven Guard. That's a cool helmet, I like it. But yeah, fun stuff. There's a lot that we missed. We needed to catch up on. But let's get to combat patrols and we'll be reading the stories. We already opened the first 2 because they had these habits inside. And we wanted to get up a heavy bolter. Oh. Here we go. Oh, wait, I'm going to get a can of cola. Gotta get me a can of cola. So I'm not into 90s music anymore, but I still enjoy dance, EDM, acid jazz. Oh, that's nice. Normally I never listen to 90 ballads because they're either boring, monotonous, repetitive, and will sometimes give you PTSD. Oh no, I do understand that though. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I enjoy the repetitiveness of some of the tunes, because sometimes I listen to music just to like, you know, put me into action and gear. And having like an entire playlist where the music all shares the same sort of repetitive beat is really nice, just to be like, keep you going without taking it out of it. So you immerse yourself into the music, and well, not into the music, but into whatever you're doing, and the music supports it. Yeah, sorry, I was drinking cola. I was having a really nice time. Oh. Cola! Look at that art. That's a cool art. But it's like chaos. It is chaos. Look, he's got the chaos symbols on his shoulders. Oh, he's like a statue. Oh, but open up. How to build Haffix. Oh gosh, let's turn off that light. How is this? It's not too bad. Is it too bright? Chaos Renegades. The first Chaos Space Marines. Oh, what does this say? Chaos Space Marine Renegades fall on their former brothers in a furious attack. Oh, they're Ultramarines that turned traitor. Oh no! Ultramarines that turned traitor fighting other Ultramarines. No! Look, and why would an Ultramarine do that? See, this is why you can't trust Ultramarines. Black Templar would never become heretics. They might kill one another over, you know, some random trivia about the Emperor and who is wrong and who is right, but they won't worship chaos while doing so. The first Chaos Space means the foes who turned traitor during the Horus Heresy, when the Imperium was divided, the great legions warred against each other. Although the original traitors remain the most numerous, the Space Marines are still turning to this day, and those new converts
captured it for chaos.
We captured Eat for Chaos. You don't like Axl Rose? Who is Axl Rose? And these new converts to chaos are called Renegades. Renegades! The events of the Horus Heresy have shaped the Imperium for the last 10,000 years, and the High Lords who rule in the Emperor's name are rightfully wary of their ancient enemy. The Traitor Legions were perhaps the most disturbing than the fall of many Space Marines long ago. Is a present fall of those who were thought to be loyal. Although rare, Space Marines, the Angels of the Emperor, and the heroes of humankind have been known to turn their back on their sacred duty and cast their lot in with the traitors of the Chaos Space Marines. It seems that none are safe from the beguiling whispers of the Dark Gods, and any chapter may lose some or all of its Space Marines to the corruptions of chaos. It is rumoured that even some of the Dark Angels, once the most venerable and revered chapters, have lost some of their number. Yes, some, a small amount, not half of the entire Legion, to ruinous powers. When the Space Marines turn traitors, not only does the Imperium gain a new enemy, but they lose vital intelligence, along with equipment and supplies that will now be used against them. Guns N' Roses. Oh! I probably like Guns N' Roses. I don't know. I don't know who I listen to. I know just one of the bands I was listening to.
I love it when one heresy decide to turn wing into wingless.
I love it when one heresy decided to wing into wingless. They cut their own wings. No. Red Corsairs of 8 Ultramarines. They are former Astral Class Space Marines. Or Astral Class, like, of 8 Ultramarine chapter. I can't stand Axel's voice. Oh no. Oh, I need to some Guns N' Roses songs, but mostly of them for late 80s. Oh. I like non-Chaos Renegades. Non-Chaos Renegades are fun. I wonder if the Raptors ever had like a squad or like something fall to become heretics, but not like Chaos heretics. They're just anti-imperialists. Thing is, I no longer listen to Guns N' Roses songs because they're too overexposed to a point where I couldn't enjoy them anymore. Oh. Astral Class, I think they were Ultra Smurfs. I think they're an Ultramarine successor. That's the word, a successor chapter. Which means that years ago, 10,000 years ago, they belonged to the Ultramarine Legion, but then the Legion got split into different chapters, and one of those chapters of the Astral Class, I believe, something like that. Or they like descend of the same gene seed anyway, I think. However, the name is so widely... Originally, the Red Corsairs were former Astral Class Space Marines who fell to Chaos. However, their name is so widely known that many other traitors and renegades have sought them out and joined their number. Now they act as reavers and pirates, mounting rapid assaults and raids, utilising teleport strikes, armoured craft and boarding actions. Don't get me wrong, Welcome to the Jungle and Paradise City are they both Guns N' Roses songs? Oh! Sweet Child of Mine was a good song, but he's too overexposed. Oh, what is he called? There's a guy I like, but I don't like how some of the songs go on for like way too long, personally. Meatloaf! Meatloaf, yeah. He's got some cool songs. Herman Blackheart. I love Herman Blackheart. He's like a really powerful character. Sweet Child Among... What's this? Meatloaf was cool, especially in the late 70s. Astral Claws, 10th founding, M35, unknown, genetic heritage. Probably Ultra Smurfs. Or maybe... Hi, Sir Honey Rose, you changed your profile picture. Or maybe Killer Queen and Earth, Wind and Fire. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. Doo-doo-doo. My friends absolutely love that thing. Oh my goodness. Defender, why is it still attacking Microsoft processors? I thought the update was meant to fix that. Like a bat out of hell, dead ringer of love. Let me check. Is it attacking Microsoft processors? Right, blocked. PowerShell. Stop blocking PowerShell! Hi, NanoFate. I would do anything for... I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Yeah, I love that. Have a good day and be safe out there. So Honey Wars, what's this? Hello. I just got here, but I'm headed out because I'm going shopping today. Oh, God, not going shopping! Also, good song is Bismarck and Dance Magic. Oh, give me a moment. I need to, like, blow my nose or something. Your father was a reggae artist, so Bob Marley's the greatest of all time. Oh, Killer Queen and any song from Earth, Wind and Fire is good too. Nice. NanoFate, hello. Oh, a heart is to everybody, by the way. So let's face it, Killer Queen has some explosive bangers and Earth, Wind and Fire. Very mysterious. I don't know much Bob Marley off the top of my head. Not a big fan of reggae though. Some of them are great though. Hiccup. But I won't. Yeah, yeah, but I won't do that as an actual lyric. Yeah. And I would do anything. But anyway, when Horace, a Black Rage, respected chapter master of Astral Class turned traitor, he took the name Hoven Blackheart and led his fellow renegades into the Badab War. Grievously wounded in the conflict, his body was reconstructed with bionics. He now leads a growing army of warriors. So famed is his reputation that he was gifted a Blackstone fortress
Yes, plus
by
Killer
Abaddon
Queen
himself.
is so good it felt like a serial killer for the songs.
Oh. Bob Marley has some good stones, like I Shot for Seraph, No Woman, No Cry. Oh. That's nice. Sadly, I learned that if you were a radio DJ, Bob Marley wasn't pleasant to deal with. Oh no. Oh no. Three little birds. Oh. Ba 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 ba. The ancient and immensely powerful battle station dwarfs many naval fleets and armies in its potency. Yeah, he's a really powerful character. Like, if you wanted to play Chaos, especially. I think, doesn't he have like a jetpack? Oh, am I thinking of somebody else? No, no. Actually, website time. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Which one's having Blackheart? Warhammer 40k. Armies of Chaos. Chaos Space Marines. Abaddon. Abaddon. I was thinking of Harken Word Claimer. Yeah, Harken Word Claimer is amazing. Hoven Blackheart is cool though. Left Hoven, the real outcome of taxation without representation. Does he actually have a model? Where is it? Where is it? Abaddon 40k's biggest coward yet. The guy who always says it's part of a plan. I don't think that's Heaven Blackheart. I'm pretty sure this isn't Heaven Blackheart. It's a cool model though. We have a lot of great songs like Killer Queen, Bicycle Race, We Will Rock You. We will rock you, bah, rock you, yeah. My favourite one is Galileo, Galileo. I'm just a poor boy from a poor family. Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody is a good song, but they're too overexposed to a point that it gets annoying. Yeah, I find that more for We Will Rock You compared to Bohemian Rhapsody. But yeah. The Forces of Chaos Space Marines. Well, maybe that's because I live in Britain and We Will Rock You is just like the go-to tune of so many football clubs. And there are fans that go, we will rock you. Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah. The Forces of Chaos Space Marines are amongst the most deadly in the galaxy. Not only are they former Chaos Marines, genetically enhanced elite warriors, but when they left the Imperium, they took with them their war gear and weapons, which have since turned to the destruction of all they once believed in. Also, they're powered up by chaos. Warped by chaos. Most of the weapons of the Chaos Space Marines are from 10,000 years ago, when many legionnaires turned their backs on the Imperium and the Emperor. Over time, these devices have been subject to the strange energies of a warp, and have twisted and mutated into new and terrifying forms. Killer Queen, so explosive at even farming. Left severed. Power armor. Now, power armor offer Chaos Space Marines, offers some enhanced strength and repels many attacks. It is... Where is it? It is replete. It is replete with vile runes and twisted icons, bearing witness to a corruption within. Heavy weapons. The armies for Chaos Space Marines rely on the range of heavy weapons, from shoulder-mounted rocket launchers to vehicle-mounted cannons that are fit to deal with even the toughest enemies. I do like how now a lot of their weapons just don't really compare to the modern Primaris stuff. Unless it's like really warped by chaos. Vince is having a JoJo moment. Sorry, hiccups! I'm not a fish! Yep, it's literally all band names. Oh. Oh. JoJo stands being various band and song names. Oh. Ah, okay. JoJo always bore lots of references from the 70s classic bands like Santana and Queen and AC/DC. I got my AC on right now. Oh, I'm joking. Jump packs. Some specialist units use jump packs to leap huge different distances into the air and across the battlefield. These are used as shock troops to engage in rapid attacks and to assault vital positions. Terminator armor. Walk Like an Egyptian by Bangles is also a JoJo reference. Terminators take to a field clad in some of the strongest armor that has ever been developed. Safe inside its shell, the Chaos Space Marines can withstand near endless enemy fire as they mount line-breaking assaults on the foe. AC/DC or SEDC. I got my air conditioning on. I should probably turn it off a little bit, actually. There we go. Obliterators. Oh, obliterators are cool. Look at them. Look how cool they are. We used to have a melee variant of them as well. Obliterators are mutated and augmented space marines who are as much demon-possessed machine as they are man. They specialise in surprise attacks, stepping out suddenly from the warp vicious, changing their forms to take up the best firing position and sweeping the enemy away with a storm of warp-tainted fire. Used to have a crush on the Bangles lead singer. Oh, she was so cute. Ah! Yeah.
Yes. Termi-armor is Termi-armor, but they fail to answer the real question. Tusks, how and why?
Why not? How? Look, on a normal Terminator, they just have a little fence there, right? And they're like, we've already got a fence here, we don't need the extra fence. Just staple some tusks on them. They're cool looking. That obliterator folk. Yeah, for as much demon-possessed machine as they are man, they specialise in surprise attacks, stepping out suddenly from warp fissures, changing their form to take the best firing positions and sweep. Yeah, they can like release flamethrowers, missiles, auto-cannon shots, last cannons, motor guns, bam, 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 bam. Angvax does have tools. And a hell boot. We got a hell boot. We got a hell boot. It's in for your first magazines. Also, the World Eater's Land Raider right now is ridiculous because it gets rapid fire. It can get so many shots from its last cannons. It's insane. I don't know why it's the only Land Raider to get rapid fire. Last cannons. Hellboot. A Hellboot is a nightmarish blend of flesh and steel, trapped within the confines of the remnants of a Chaos Space Marine who is kept in perpetual agony. What is left of his ravaged mind controls the lurching gait and powerful weapons of a machine as it is turned loose on the enemy to rend and blast them with abandon. Okay, gonna go and rest now. Bye bye, Mercury. Love heart to you. It's nice talking about 70s music. I'll see you in the near future. Bye bye. Bye bye. Death to the false emperor. What do you mean the false emperor? What do you mean false emperor? Sorry. Our Black Templar heart. I can't have my magazine saying death to a false emperor. If I cut that out, what would it cut? It'll cut the raptor into pieces. Of a warp talon. Land Raiders. Land Raiders are huge, armoured vehicles capable of carrying Chaos Space Marines safely into the heart of battle. Land Raiders. Land Raiders are
The false emperor, the emperor on the golden throne, that emperor, the emperor that is false.
That's not false, it's literally the emperor. It can't be a false emperor when he's been crowned for emperor and sits on a golden throne. That's definitely not Heretic Xenos tech. And definitely doesn't use any chaos powers. And was definitely made for Emperor, not Magnus. Land Raiders are also formidable weapons in themselves, highly mobile and armed for teeth with cannons and bolt guns, ready to mow down anyone in their path. The Land Raiders used by the Chaos Space Marines are often thousands of years old, and have been modified by their crews and twisted into new forms by demonic energy and the power of the warp. What? Wah! Wah! Wah!
Don't say light or you attract the Motharian.
The Motharian. Wow! Why is it got Orcs and Eldar? I've always talked about chaos. Chaos. Why is Orcs and chaos? Chaos. Orcs and Eldar. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off a big old light here. And turn on this little light here. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Little light of mine. What does this do? Oh, look at him. Punch. See no skunk. Nearly overwhelmed, the Wraith constructs fight back the endless tide of Orc warriors. Yandra looked over the plain before him as the legions of ghost warriors strode forward. As unnatural as they were uniform, each squad marched in perfect synchronization over blue-tinted dust, never wavering or faltering. The spirit seers marched with them, guiding them forward over the barren land. Yandra turned for Artrak, who stood alongside him. Mirneath, the site where the Guardians fell. It is still occupied by the enemy. Salazar Slayer, hello! How you doing? I'll forever love the Land Raider when your Mark IV tank is also a transport and would make a modern MBT void its engine in fear. Look. Look. The Land Raider is not a tank. Actually, technically, the Mark IV is also not a tank by its own definition because it was a transport vehicle with cannons on the side, which made it more of an infantry fighting vehicle or an armoured fighting vehicle than anything else. So by modern definitions, the Mark IV would not be considered a tank, and neither would a Land Raider, since its primary purpose is troop deployment. But yeah, I do find it funny for the most armoured vehicle that the Imperium had, in terms of doing like in 4th, 5th and 6th edition. Well, 3rd, pretty much ever since the introduction of Land Raider to Warhammer 40k till whenever they, when I think 7th or 8th edition, one or the other. The Land Raider was the most armoured vehicle in the game, other than, I think it was the Monolith from the Necrons. It had the exact same armour stats as the Monolith, 14 all round. Except, actually, was it like or unlike the Monolith? It had a special ability, so if it got damaged, if it got shaken or stunned or immobilized for a turn, it could still continue to move or shoot just at a declined rate instead of, you know, not be able to do it at all. Because of a machine spirit. Yeah. Marniev looked back. Wait, Marniev looked back, her face unreadable, but the faintest note of surprise showed in her voice. Still? Are they guarding the spirit stones, perhaps? No, answered Deandra. They would break them for sport if they had the faintest idea of what they meant to us. But they do not have the art to make any use of them. Brutes, snorted Marniev. Deandra smiled grimly. Do not underestimate them, he cautioned. They are brutes. But here they are in their element. We are not. We must survive against the cruelty of fate, whereas they must only fight. They will serve out their purpose today. Are you sure that we will? We have no choice, came the reply, and Leandra nodded. Indeed we do not. Shall we get this over with? I should try doing different voices with different characters, because I don't know which one's speaking half the time. The spirit hosts are almost at the brow now, remarked Marniev. Our pair started forward. As they came across towards their eyes, Leandro could see wisps of smoke rise from the other side. As he crested the brow of a hill, his heart sank. The smoke wasn't from a small patrol, but from a small encampment. Arrayed in front of him were many times more orcs than he had planned for, each one of them a green tusk-mouthed, dim-witted killing machine. At once the horde leapt into action. Not as far as Leandra could tell as a result of a martial leadership and coordination, but through the promise of combat arriving at the mind of each orc simultaneously. Contraptions and machines lurched into action with rattles and bangs. Vehicles coughed out huge belches of smoke, and each orc of the horde turned to face the newcomers with a cacophony of clanking and banging. Above the whole din, the voices of orcs united in a single howling cry. Wah! 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 No! When I try saying wah, I feel like I'm just going wah! Wah! Wah, Luigi! Wow, yo! Wow, yo! As the horde threw itself forward, artillery roared into action, sending up a cloud of debris into the sky. The orcs at the front of the horde raised their weapons and sent shots racing over the head of the Eldari. The orcs at the back decided to join in too, sending a scatter of shot forward. Half of it sipped over heads off. As that's where it ends. They're all dead. Knock! Wah, yes you get. Wah! Wah! Wow, don't miss. Oh, I missed. But Orc Menace. Orcs are brutal and warlike species who love nothing more than a good war. I thought I was going to say good scrap then. They are relentlessly tough, tenacious, and inventive, always striving for better and louder fights. They prize destructive power over grace, strength over intelligence, and cunning over honour. Each individual orc is a natural and enthusiastic warrior, driven by lust for war and intense violent impulses. But they're outstandingly strong, tough, and resistant to pain. So much so that orcs have been known to happily fight on even having lost limbs or sustained other grievous injuries moments before. Okay, so sipping over heads off the Aldari, and half of which hit the front ranks of the orcs, cleaning their back. I'm sorry, that's just hilarious. But you should have that in the game, where you got a chance, where your orcs are so inaccurate, they have a chance of hitting one another. Just make your orcs cheaper so you can hoard out more. Oh, it's like, we fired 100 shots, sir. It's like, we got 50 hits. It's like 50 hits. Ooh. Yeah, only 50 misses this time. That's above normal. That's great. It's like, well, I mean, we got 50 hits, but they all hit our own boys in the back, sir. It's like, oh. And for misses? Yeah, they just went over head of the enemy, sir. Oh, gosh. Hi, Paint Games! Nah, this book is right by the Umis. They don't know what a good scrap is. They only know the wargers. They don't think like an orc. Hello, I'm now here. A while back when I talked about my sci-fi world heavy troops, I mentioned the ATRP, but I've designed it now and posted the design on Discord. Ooh, by the way, join the Discord if you haven't already, and like the stream. Oh, that reminds me of Star Wars vehicles. Like the other Clone Wars. Nice plug. Thank you. Verdar returned fire, expectantly mowing down the closest orcs. Yandere barely had time to wonder at the orcs' lack of coordination. Why do I keep changing my accent when I'm reading? I don't know. I'm not doing that purposefully. I'm just tired. It's just certain day, like when I try to read Yandra, I want to like just change the way I'm talking. Yandra. Yandra barely had time to wonder at the orcs' lack of coordination, but the debris from the artillery fell thick and fast. With a crunch and a thud, scrap metal landed amid the Eldari troops. A browl spewing toxic sludge.
God, typing in orc is difficult. My IQ doesn't go that low and I'm too posh to be able to speak in Southend or write in Welsh.
My human design philosophy is blocky, industrial, more grounded. Oh, nice. What do you mean you're too posh to speak Welsh? You can't be too posh to speak Welsh. There we go. Where are we? A barrel spewing toxic sludge wheeled above them, spraying its contents all over. Yandra peered forward, and now that the horde had advanced, he could see a pile of Eldari bodies in the middle of the orc encampment. There they are, he called. Myrnath stared over. Just as you said, it is well that we didn't send the Crimson Hunters in ahead of us to obliterate the whole site. The orcs chanting and yelling intensified as, despite the barrage from the Eldari, they started to reach the top of the rise. It is well indeed, but I fear we have overcommitted ourselves, said Yandra. Myrnath grabbed his arm. If we can hold them here, I can circle around behind them and collect the spirit stones. Yandra looked doubtful. We cannot take them in the open like this. At best, we can hold them a while. I will not need much time. Some will die. I mourn for them already. Yandra sighed, then be quick, he said. And there will be fewer to mourn. Myrnath nodded and slipped away, and Yandra joined the fight alongside the spirit host. Suddenly Yandra saw a huge orc detaching from the back of a horde and bearing down on the camp, firing a slew of deadly bullets towards Myrnath. The spray hit her straight in the leg and she stumbled. With a cry, Yandra thrust his arm out, directing one of the spirit seers to the orc. The spirit seer and the Wraith warriors under their charge turned to fire on the lone orc, and it fell in a hail of shuriken fire. That moment was all the rest of the orcs needed. And while the Wraith warriors are busy, the orcs pushed up the slope and finally made contact with the Eldari, drawing huge spiked clubs and heavy blades. Praying that they would arrive in time, Yandra sent out a psychic message demanding their immediate support and turned back to battle. It seemed to Yandra that at each moment another Eldari fell, and the brutality of the orcs in close combat threatened to overwhelm their position. But then, just as Myrnath limped back to Yanarid's side, triumphantly clutching the lost spirit stones, a Crimson Hunter screamed over their heads, and a single strafe vaporized almost the whole line of artillery. Yandra's heart leapt, within a grating roar filled the air, and like a cloud of midges, a squadron of ramshackle orc fighters descended from the clouds, and the Crimson Hunter shot off with the orcs in hot pursuit. As Yandra followed the dogfight, his allies were caught by a figure on the horizon, and his blood ran cold, though not prepared for this. As he watched, a colossal mechanical figure lurched into view, the earth shaking beneath its feet, giant steel feet, and the huge machine guns on its shoulders rattled into action. Myrnath caught his eye. "This might be a longer day than I thought," she said. "Deploy the Wraith Guard!" Yeah, I love Wraith Guard. I like not getting the shuriken conversion, but doing other ones with big old killy cannons, the Wraith Cannon. I specifically said right, every orc word has too many consonants. You know, your normal words have just as many consonants as an orc word. You just have more vowels included in them. Saved by the best aspect warriors, the Crimson Hunters. It'd be hilarious if a Crimson Hunter got killed, though, by the orcs. Like, it just appears, destroys some artillery, instantly gets shot down. Crimson Hunter has to, like, parachute next to them and go, "That's embarrassing." D-cannon for orc. So do you think that's a stomper? Or like an orc or Gorkanaut? Havocs. I love Havocs. I love that gun. I want to give it to my Legionnaires. Heavy bolters are great. We made a... We have our Night Lord Havocs. We're gonna have two squads. One's armed with last cannons, and one's gonna be armed with heavy... Well, we've built for one with heavy... Brian Mary's here. Hello. Big old heart. Big old heart to Brian Mary. Flying stance. Right, hello! How's your beans? How's your beans? Your beans on toast. How you been? How's your stream gone? Got a dip, but have a good stream. Thank you. Thank you. I hope your stream was good. I saw a little bit of it. You were, what is it called? Playing game with... Oh, what's the name? I forgot a name. Send something. I'll text you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What is a Crimson Hunter? I know what Crimson Warriors are, so who is named Crimson Hunter? Oh, the Crimson Hunter isn't a named character. Dreamer Raid. Hi, Elite. Hi. Thank you, Dreamers, arriving. Oh, yeah, for the Dreamers who might not know of me. I am Cupcake Conjuror in both name and profession. First name Cupcake, second name Conjuror, and I conjure cupcakes like those ones down there. We're currently reading the Combat Patrol magazines, which come with the Warhammer models. They come with Warhammer models.
It's kinda hard to kill orc planes. They already disregard the mere idea of physics. Putting holes in them only makes them go faster.
It's true. We got speed holes. Hey! Hello! Hello! Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Our Havocs that we built the last Handcam stream. Yoko! Hello, Yoko! How you doing? Big old heart to you. But they are, for ones of our heavy bolters, are worshippers of Tzeentch. Yeah, they're worshippers of Tzeentch. And that's because when they worship Tzeentch and they pray to Tzeentch, they get lethal hits. And for heavy bolters already have
Hope you're
sustained
doing
hits.
well, General.
And
Hope
for
health is good, __ Cupcon heart, _ Cupcon heart, _ Cupcon heart.
Cupcake heart _ My health is doing kind of meh. Hay fever is not fun. Oh yeah, Crimson Hunters. Oh yeah. First for Havocs. They crit on 5+ on a roll to hit. So they'll get sustained hits, which gives them +1 hit. And lethal hits, which means they automatically wound as well. Paint Games. Hello. If I'd ever go to Chaos, I would probably go Iron Warriors because Siege Tactics. Oh. No, Iron Warriors suck because the children of Perturabo. Go Night Lords. Night Lords. And they can also use Siege Tactics. Or Black Legion, they also use, actually all of them use Siege Tactics. Just Iron Warriors are the like go-to Siege Tactics, even when there's no siege to be had. Crimson Hunters of the Elder Plains is treated as an aspect warrior because they are an elite force. Yeah, Crimson Hunters of the Plains, sorry about that, I forgot. It's the plane here. No, you can't see the plane in this image. You can see a big old Titan in the back though. Yeah, Havocs offer heavy fire support for Chaos Space Marines as they stride into a battlefield. The air is filled with the rattling of bolters and the roar of rockets as volley of fatal fire is sent towards the enemy. You can withstand the might of their onslaught, and even the toughest foes fall before them. Then you go, oh, charge phase. The rules so far. So this is just a common rules. You can get these on the website. But you can also just rip these pages out and put them together. Yeah. And then this is just the beginning. Look, Eldar, Rangers, and the Ranger bikes. Oh, you can barely see anything because lights aren't on. I'll turn the lights on. No, Forge Fiends and Havocs are epic. Like, oh, look, there's a Forge Fiend fair. I love Forge Fiends. I kind of want to get one. Oh, no, talk. There's a Ranger bikes. Is that a Chaos Lord? Yeah, it's just... No. Maybe? I don't know. Looks like a Chaos Lord. That's a Chaos Tech Beast equivalent. And those are chosen, it looks like. Because he's got cool claws. Get off. Havocs. Oh, Hellbrute. Hellbrute. Then we got another one. We got 3 sprues or Havocs. 5 big old bases for our Havocs. Similar size to this base. Put these to one side for now. And then the best Chaos vehicle that was ever designed. The Defiler. Look at the crab. Look at the crab machines. The bases are the best part. Yum, 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 yum. They're like little cookies. They're like little Oreo cookies. I'm terrified of Forge Fiends, and my friend who I play against just got himself a Forge Fiend. Forge Fiends are dangerous. They're not as good at taking out vehicles though, but I mean still pretty good at that. I hardly see anybody use Forge Fiends at all. That's one of the reasons I want to get them. You can't get them in Emperor's Children though, you can get Mauler Fiends though. Technically you can get them in Emperor's Children as long as you play your Emperor's Children using Chaos Space Marine rules. Rather than for Emperor's Children Codex. If you're using a detachment that works with demons, they get bonuses. Because they are demon engines. Oh, I think a Master of Possession affects them. Oh, Cups just levitate. I do levitate when I want to. Oh, I jump. I can jump. Bah, 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 bah. Bah, 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 bah. And if I go like this, can you see my little foot? No, you can't. There's too many cupcakes in the way. Oh, so hello, certain mysterious virtuoso. The Defiler is the best. Yes. Yes, you can if a judge is
We all
visit.
float down here.
Oh. Oh, mass size, not point. Did that work? Did that work? It didn't seem to work. Alan, you failed. You failed. You forgot the command. It's scale. It's scale, not size. Yeah. Every time Cupcake levitate, I imagine her just being lifted up like a child. No! Can you see my footsies? Oh no, I can't lift up my footsie that high. My legs are too tired. I'm too lazy. I mean, I'm too tired. Too tight. Definitely not. Look at this. I can walk side to side. I can be like, pop, 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 pop. And I can be like, stomp, 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 stomp. Stomp on all the tiny little insect cupcakes. There you go. Screensaver 10 cupcake dust attack. I'm joking. I'm not going to eat you all, even if you're super tiny. Oh, Paint Games is trapped up. Now I'm going to have to save you guys. Strive, get down here. 7 Age of Rage, get down here. Paint Games, I don't know anything, get down here. Did she just... No, I didn't eat any of you. Look. How boot. How boot. How boot. Sorry, I wanted to punch it. How boot suck. How to paint your habits. Oh. Oh. Engines of a... Look. Look how much trim they have. That's insane. But engines of a damned. Stomp, stomp. Here
She,
comes a cupcake.
as a cupcake, ate cupcakes even though they are friends, not food.
I didn't eat any of you. I just pretended to, you silly billies. Look, you're all still there. None of you had to respawn. The engines of a damned. Demon engines are nightmarish amalgams. Amalgams of flesh and metal. They are animated by warp energies and are amongst the most feared weapons in any Chaos Space Marine army. Demon engines are colossal machines of war that are imbued with demonic energy. Look, Forge Fiend. Forge Fiend. Up. Oh, Venom Crawler Fling. Defiler. The weird demon prince guy. Oh, for I can't remember what that thing, but he recently got a big old boon buff. Gonna sneeze. I can't remember what it's called for. It's really cool. Fashtor. Yeah, he got a big old buff, and this guy got a big old buff. Master. I'm gonna blow my nose quickly. Oh yeah, Lord of Discordant on House Staker. Starker, sorry. Yeah. There's another Forge Fiend there. And oh, there's a big old Helldrake there. There's another Helldrake there. And there's another Forge Fiend there. And there's a Tech Beast here at the bottom, Tech Beast unit. Guitar-y. Big old Castellan robots. Weird things. Did someone mention the Disco Lord? Yeah, it's right there, Disco Lord. Demon engines are colossal machines that are imbued with demonic energy. The creation of these monstrosities is a dark secret that Chaos Space Marines know only to be... It's a dark secret of the Chaos Space Marines, known only to the Brotherhood of the Warpsmiths. Deep in the soul forges in the immaterium, they use profane rituals to bind screaming demons and force them into great rune marked tools of their leaf infernal machines. These blasphemous creations are then turned loose into a battlefield. Hi, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Hello from the UK. Unleash unthinkable violence of foes for chaos space means, so agonizing of the torment of the spirits, that they gladly turn their fury on anyone in their path, turning their malevolence into acts of utmost brutality. Being honest, where's a house dark as like a Carnifex unit? I mean, 8th and 9th edition where it can be a unit of 3. I don't know, I don't think they have one. They have the Venom Crawlers. Oh no, war will erupt. A French and a Brit in the same place. No, there'll be no war. Last 2 wars, they fought to the same side. Last 3 wars. "400 years now we've been on the same team. It's fine." Warpsmiths are infernal artisans who create and maintain the corrupted engines and vehicles in a chaos space marine army. They ply their trade even in the heat of battle and are well equipped to defend themselves, alongside conventional weapons such as plasma pistols and axes. A warpsmith is outfitted with a withering set of semi-sentinel mecha tendrils that act like additional arms. They can use these to strike at enemies or whip open the control panels of machines in order to corrupt their code. So basically they're just Doc Ock from Spider-Man. I see a Brit. Show it to me. I'm British. We will see who is a surrender monkey. I never surrender to anybody. Nah. Wait. I can go full evil mode. Fight me if you dare. She stands there eating cupcakes. I don't eat cupcakes. No, I conjure cupcakes. Conjure them, and they're friends, not food. I could have just switched over a page to find the Lord Discordant. I will avenge the glory of France. The France that fought against the Germans. We never surrendered. We never surrendered. Well, some did, some didn't. Yeah. I like 3 different factions at one point. Those that surrendered, those that went for resistance, and those that managed to get free to Britain, where they, like, we formed parts of a new army and charged back into France. Like, raw. Nah, France lost for most battles. Won for most battles. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. And France has been relatively democratic for a long time. I think it lost its democracy, and when Emperor Napoleon came out to and decided to make himself an emperor. Britain has had a parliamentary system for a long time. Now we just need a Dane in here, and the 2 rivals will be France against Britain and Sweden against Denmark. Ashford, wait, if Denmark's here. Oh, we can make a new East India Trading Company. Yuck. The French resistance. They said well, and Napoleon, Charles Martel, Louis XVI, Napoleon III, and much more. Yeah. Soaring ectoplasm from its maw. It fires. Before niche, a forge fiend rears up before niching gouts of searing ectoplasm from its maw. Look at that. He's got feet. He's a big old doggy. Big old doggy. Pat, 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 pat. Forge fiends are giant demonic constructs that loom menacingly on their hind legs, pouncing and leaping like see big old doggy wild animals. Many have been seen armed with multiple cannons that spew flesh-melting ectoplasm, but there are also frightening rumours of them using their jaws and claws to bite and rip enemy soldiers into bloody pieces. Their armoured bodies resist the enemy fire so well that they are often bound straight into the heart of battle, heedless of any attempt to stop them. Mauler Fiends! I like how they got proper art for the Mauler Fiend, or they just took a picture of the Forge Fiend. A Mauler Fiend pounces upon an armoured vehicle and prepares to cut it open. What vehicle is that? That's not armoured, that's a rhino. A rhino has no armour unless you count cardboard. Paper mache as armour. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. Oh, goodness. Got notifications coming in, it's fine. Okay. Taken form of a twisted, crouched beast, a Mauler Fiend is driven forward by an unnatural lust for carnage, capable of traversing the harshest terrain with ease, and even scaling formidable defences. These mechanical predators will stop at nothing to reach their target. Once in battle, they lash at enemies and their steel tendrils, shredding soldiers to ribbons. They lash at enemies with their steel tendrils, sorry. When facing enemy vehicles, they deploy magna cutters, easily slicing through to the crew within, who are murdered with glee. Unalived, sorry. Darn Cupcake, why you gotta do for M113 Gavin that? Because the M113 Gavin sucks in every way apart from being a modular vehicle. It's trying its best. Its best is not good enough for the modern world, let alone the 41st millennium. Lord Discordant. A Lord Discordant is a heretic who is so obsessed with demon-possessed machines that he takes to a battle mounted atop a custom Hellstalker. The Lord Discordant's affinity... I like how it says custom Hellstalker like there's any other Hellstalker options at the moment. The Lord Discordant's affinity for twisted and demonic runs so deeply that normal machines malfunction and fail in their very presence. Where he can, the Lord Discordant siphons the spirit energy of enemy machinery to replenish that of his own army, or else to use in vile rituals that spread the impurity of his own creations to enemies' war engines. Vex Machinator for Archlord Discordant spreads mechanical anarchy. Look at a big old chainsaw spear though. Hello, Francis. I was drinking my cola. Hi, Francis. Love heart to you. Look at this big old spider. It's a big old venom crawler with a big old butt. Poke the booty. Me too. You were drinking cola. Driven by hunger and greed, a venom crawler pushes to the front of a battle. Not big enough to be called Australian. Oh. Yeah, I mean, compared to Australian spiders, this is kind of pathetic, but venom crawlers are still cool. I need my air conditioner on again. It's boiling in here. A venom crawler is a repulsive machine that takes the form of a giant scuttling arachnid. It hungers for the dead, whose bodies it rips to pieces, feasting on their souls. Once it's flayed a corpse, the venom crawler draws the life essence into its iron belly. But if it had not enough of the slain to sate its appetite, the venom crawler goes for hunt, with its tendrils lashing and excruciating cannons firing. It's not long before their bodies are piled high and the venom crawler can gorge itself once more. I don't know what would be worse. That thing like that, seeing it descend to the ceiling, either way, wait. I don't know what would be worse. The thing like that, or seeing it descend to the ceiling, either way, I'm killing it with a melter. I thought the melter was an anti-infantry shotgun. What is it going to do to a giant vehicle? I'm joking. I'm joking. Do I sound patriotic? Maybe a little bit. Maybe not patriotic enough. I don't know. Defilers! My best boy. Best boy. Or best girl, whatever way. A defiler easily passes over the cleft in the ground to break the enemy's defences. Why is this the main focus of what a defiler is right now with Games Workshop? You're Brazilian. Yeah, Francis is Brazilian. Yeah, because all we ever talk about at the moment, and like the special rule they gave them is it can walk over things. It's like, yeah, great. It needs that rule because it's so ridiculously massive. You can't move it if it was blocked by terrain. Oh. Defilers are huge arcane machines of death that stomp across any terrain to... See again! To blast, slice or smash anyone who dares get in the way. Are you ignoring the giant battle cannon in its chest that can fire from really long ranges, or the big old archer cannons that can fire from really long ranges? Or that it can have havoc missiles on that arm? Raised up on the 6 hydraulic legs, these strange engines tower above even the superhuman space marines. Well, obviously they do, the giant vehicles! And can slice them in half, armor and all. They are brutally equipped and can choose to crush an enemy soldier into the dirt, blast them with a cannon, shoot, rip them apart with wicked pincers, or flay them to the bone with their writhing scourged tentacles. I'm still drawing a Grand Cup. You're drawing a Grand Cupcon! Oh my goodness! Thank you, Francis. You're drawing Grand Cupcon. Isn't there another one, a Desecrator, I think? It's like a super hell brute. I don't know about the Desecrator, unfortunately. A group of Helldrakes descended the fray, unleashing an inferno. This Helldrake was super annoying in the blooming Space Marine 2 operations, but I couldn't hit it with my melter guns. Helldrakes. A Helldrake is a giant demon engine that soars to the skies like a mechanical dragon. Possessed of its own vicious intelligence, this metal beast needs no crew and no directions. It can engage... I think that's the truth of like all demon engines. It can engage the enemy aircraft, tackling them mid-flight, ripping them to pieces with its claws. It's also capable of swooping down on unfortunate soldiers on the ground beneath, rending and tearing at them before unleashing torrents of searing balefire, burning them to dust and ashes even as they try to flee. Oh, so cool. Cinch! Cinch! Cinch, cinch, cinch. What? One new notification, do not disturb. What's that about? Windows security. Oh, another update to Bitdefender. Okay, I'll have to download that after the stream. You want your golden wood back? Oh! I don't think Portugal is necessarily has that much military potential anymore. Pretty sure France is like, I think in terms of military power, at the moment in Europe, it goes Britain, France, Germany. Although Germany could very quickly jump to the top. We have one of the best tanks. You have one of my favourite vehicles. Technically not a tank. It's a wheeled... They call it a wheeled tank destroyer. Or some people do. I just love it. It's got this bit... The latest versions have this big old autocannon on it. I can't remember what it's called though. And it has like tank hunting missiles on it. It's like so cool. I love it. It's a recon vehicle. Absolutely love that vehicle. I love recon vehicles though. I didn't talk about the AMX. I talked about the Leclerc. The Leclerc's okay. It's no chieftain. It's not, we have the best tanks. We have the best tanks over in Britain. It's a decimator. It's like a super dread of the ability to stand back up on death. Ooh. That's like most venerable dreadnoughts now. Like the Contemptor in 40k can just stand back up if it dies. I'm chilling on Xiao Jiao. Xiao Jiao Jiao Jiao. Xiao Jiao Xiao Xiao Xiao. Nah, Leclerc is worse. Okay, Cinch. To look upon the ever-shifting form of Cinch, a great conspirator, is to gaze into the depths of madness itself. One of the great chaos powers, Cinch is known as a change of ways, the architect of fate, the weaver of destinies. Chieftain, Cupcon. I know it's a challenger right now. It's a I get confused between words. I dyslexia, it's fine. A challenger. I love the challenger. We're getting it replaced. I keep changing out the code name for next for Challenger 3. What have they called it for Ajax at one point or something like that? We finally fixed the motor issues and it looks like we're getting the same sorts of turrets from Rheintal or whatever it's called. I forget its name. That the Germans use. Which will take us to NATO standard. Rather than being our own crazy rifled barreled rounds, which I kind of do like. Auto loaders suck. Auto loaders in tank are not great. You don't want an auto loader in your tank. That's how you enter the the turret tossing Olympics. Oh, that's how you enter both the turret tossing Olympics and how you get your crew decimated if your vehicle takes damage. As fair for a Challenger, I live near the launch location of a Challenger in Florida. Oh. Rifled bow is going, thus we are getting rid of Hesh, which is sad. I know. It's super sad. Although I guess more Sabo rounds and stuff will be okay. Or whatever. Anyway, Sinchikare's got to change. And he is known by thousands of different names and titles across the galaxy. Hey, isn't it like officially Sinch doesn't have gender? Stop calling him Heek. His followers depict it. I'm going to say their followers depict them as an incomprehensible figure. See, incomprehensible. Their burning eyes and sunken face surmounted by horns and their skin crawling with mocking faces that repeat their words in chorus. None can truly fathom their plans, nor understand their purpose, save that they delight in manipulating the fates and toying of creation to further his arcane designs. Often their power spills out from the warp into real space, resultant whiffs marked by psychic explosions and mutagenic power. FYI, that was a space shuttle that blew up in the late 80s that had the female teacher on it. Oh no, that was sad. The cults and demons that follow Sinch are many. Is it pronounced Sinch or Senef? Because I've heard certain pronounces where it's pronounced more like Sinef. From the whole armies of Chaos Space Marines to tiny groups of cultists on worlds of far reaches of the galaxy, their purpose is unfathomable, and only Sinch truly knows the method behind their madness. For they sit like a spider in the centre of their web of complex schemes. I'm not even sure Sinch knows what's going on. I'm pretty sure they're just like throwing out ideas and just like, yeah, that was hilarious. Cola! The Screamers of Sinch. Screamers flash through the air, letting out loud screeches when they sight an enemy, and letting out even more wilder screeches.
I mean,
when another
I've only
demon
ever heard
sees
it
them.
pronounced as Seach, but it's also Sach, so it very well could be pronounced Bob.
Yes. They make everything in our lands. Yeah. That's enough. That's enough French. Whatever. You know, being you can't be patriotic, but that's a bit too much on my check. Wait, we need to talk about scenes right now. Because when they sight an enemy, they scream. But when they get sighted by another demon, they scream even more. Because they know that they've got to get captured, turned into a disc. They descend in a flurry of teeth and claws. Oh wait, I've missed the larger change up here. The larger change is one of the greatest demons of Sinch, shimmering with magic. They bring the mutable powers of Sinch to a battlefield, hurling spells and curses from their enchanted staffs. You don't want to be disked. You're getting disked. Look, you got disked over here. Pick up. Heralds of Sinch. In armies that follow Sinch, weird demons ride levitating discs into battle from which they chant spells and curses. That's a very boring description. Mutalith Vortex Beast. I love these. I kind of want one because it's so cool. A Mutalith Vortex Beast is a mutated creature whose body is flooded with strange powers of Sinch. Xiao Xiao, Xiao Zhao Zhao, Xiao Sa Xiao, Sao, Sao Joao, Sao Joao, Sao Joao. It's a traditional Brazilian festival in June with bonfires, folk dances, corn-based foods. Ah, no, that's evil. And country-style clothes. It's a big rural party full of music, joy, and dancing. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. Dude is a disc and is being pulled along by normal screamers. How much do you think they are mocking him right now? I know, it's so sad. Hard screamers of Sinch. It's good, yeah. Muscles. Hey, don't steal my jacket, it's all chilly. Just got my AC on. Without my jacket, it's too cold. Well done, my lads. Oh yeah, Bonds of Honor Part 9. If you remember, last time, this is a story which is being told by a man over here. Do you like the armor-piercing high explosives of the armor-piercing FSDS? I can't remember FSDS is for some stupid reason. Oh, I forgot what FSDS stands for or not. I should know this. Ack! Yeah, armor-piercing high explosives, definitely best. Oh, Silver Templar sighted, Ultrasmus discovered, static engaged. My favourite snake from the Sao Chihuahua. It's a boy feet delicious. Oh, snack. Snack, not snake. Hi, Night Parade for boy feet. Oh no, that's an unfortunate name. Hi, Night Parade. Oh, hello, love that. Okay, so these guys, Silver Templar, are a primary successor chapter of the Ultramarines. And they like have a special bond with their weapons, like they forge and name their own weapons and like really bonded. And this is a guy who's like taking some neophytes on a journey and telling them a story about this dude that lost his weapon while fighting Tyranids. And he's like a sergeant of a squad. And he fought some Tyranids, went to dueled a Tyranid warrior prime with just a knife and a bolt pistol, won the fight, fought some Tyranids in a tunnel, got saved by some Infernus Marines, then they won the battle, and he got to go with his squad out to go and hunt for his weapon, which he thought might have been scavenged by some scavenger. So he went in space, got onto a spaceship, and he killed the crew, and then was attacked by Elder Corsairs, and then he found some Corsairs. Was it fighting some Chaos Space Marines in space? Yeah, something like that. It's a sweet. It's a sweet. I hope it's super tasty, Francis. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, also, they recently went to a snack hall, like for people he's telling the story to. They went to a snack hall, well, not a snack hall, to a dining hall, where they got given some water and some extremely stale bread. And he seems very proud of that stale bread. Well done there, my lads. You all kept your heads up, and not a snore was heard. I knew you had it in you. I pretend that it is not so much the excitement of a tale as it is my own brilliance in telling it, and I thank you for the compliment. Now, we must get you somewhere to lay your heads down, for tomorrow you awaken as aspirants. Your trials are not over, but now you shall be remade. For tomorrow, each thing you suffer is not just to see if you can withstand it. From tomorrow, everything shall make you better and stronger, if you don't die. Now follow me to the dormitory, and we shall find you each a nice slab to lay down on. If there is one thing I can promise you to keep your spirits up, it is that you shall not be too hot to sleep. And if any of you should feel a sweat forming, do not trouble yourself. Just take some of the snow that blows in through the bars of your window and make a nice pillow for yourself. So come along, let's get you to bed. That's a good way of telling someone they're sleeping in the snow and freezing weather. Oh my goodness, you wouldn't want to be a space marine. Only armor-piercing rounds I know of a FFJ fit full metal jacket. I think they're pistol rounds. Rifle rounds maybe as well. And a cake too. Don't eat cake! Don't, for cakes are friends, not food, Francis. Friends, not food. Delicious boy, eat something, boy, smell, man. Oh no. So come along, let's get you to bed. Though I hope I haven't what's this? Well, I hope I haven't oversold it. I wouldn't want you disappointed now, would I? And let me carry on with your bedtime story. Oh my goodness, this guy's so mean to the neophytes. I guess they are literally kids though. They're like 10-year-olds he's telling this story to. Oh, it's so sad. So, there they were, back in the their gunship, as the explosions of an Eldari ship winked on out into blackness. The Space Marines took a look around at the battle going on nearby. It was an impenetrable tangle of different ships as missiles flew between the dueling Chaos Space Marines and Eldari vessels. And as great guns vomited out plasma, biting through the armor plating of the ships. Around and amid the largest of the craft flew smaller ships. Some fighters disgorged from the bellies of their great cruisers, others small and agile vessels that were capable of long-distance flights, and one of this type, no doubt drawn to see the source of the Eldari ship's explosion, peeled away from the mass and headed straight towards them. Oh no! Oh yeah, because they blew up their ship that docked with them. It's celebrated to honour St. John the Baptist. Oh! Religious and cultural thing. Nice. Mindful of their greater mission, the squad at first moved away, not running off course but trying to keep it to themselves. Truth be told though, they did not try very hard. The Grey Space Marines are an ancient enemy, and the chapter has had more quarrels with them than it has bolters. Not only us, but our progenitor chapter for Ultramarines. Oh, Ultramarines. Punch. Ow, my hand. Take that. Ah, I hurt my hand again. Every time you hurt my hand, I'm going to have to punch you again. Ow. That's what my cat does, by the way. I was once had, a packet of, those packets of microwavable rice where you can just like throw the packet into a microwave, cook it up, take it out. Yeah, I once took one of those out of a microwave and it was hot, and the cat went up to it, sniffed at it. It obviously was hot enough to hurt her nose, so she whacked it with a paw, and then it burnt her paw because it was so hot. I didn't like scold her or anything. But obviously, like, it hurt her a little bit. So she attacked it again and it hurt her again. So she kept attacking it more. It's like, Luna, stop it. Stop it, you daft cat. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh. She's such a silly cat, though. But always it's the 14th of July because the citizens captured a famous prison and captured the gunpowder. Oh, the gunpowder plot. We've entered the Snoopy loop of the cat.
Ah, here we are. We have entered the Stoopy loop of the cat.
Yeah. Ah, it's such a funny thing sometimes, like watching them dealing with hot things. Because as soon as I hit it once, it's like, I hit it once because it annoyed them or whatever. But then because it hurts them again, they just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until it stops touching them. Ah, when things spiraled and the French Revolution devolved into a bloodbath. The French national anthem should be Coldplay's Viva la Vida. I love Viva la Vida. But anyway. But Ultramarines has fought not just many battles, but fight many campaigns over many thousands of years. And we have inherited their ancient hatreds just as surely as we have developed our own. Anyway, you will hear more of our traditions before too long. All you need to know, for now, is that they hated their pursuers more than I can adequately describe. And they were none too sorry to see that they would have to fight them. At the helm of the ship, Ascaton wheeled the gunship around, and both the Space Marines the traitor ship fired in unison as they streaked past each other. Aggressors. I love aggressors, especially this model of aggressors, where it's got the grenades and the bolt guns rather than flamers. Got to do some shopping. Bye-bye, Strive 420. I hope you have a good day and rest of your evening. Yeah. Let them eat cake. No! Cake's friends, not food. Don't let them eat cake. Boarding actions are ferocious fights between boarding parties, and the crews and defenders of the forward ships that they are breaching. These deadly and bloody fights in the cramped quarters of great ships are brutal. Even by the standard. Thank you for our head pats. Oh, so hi, Mal. Aww. Share the head pats, Cuptle. From what I've researched, Sayo Jawao is similar to a festival called Bonfire Night. I think the only thing that is similar is a big bonfire that we like. Bonfire Night for Britain, right? It's the remember the 5th of November famous gunpowder plot or something, I don't know. But it's about when someone tried to blow up Parliament, and you either celebrate Bonfire Night because they successfully were stopped from blowing it up, or you celebrate it because they almost succeeded in blowing it up. I think more and more nowadays people are celebrating the idea of almost blowing it up. We almost got him. Better luck next time. Oh, but we hate Bonfire Night. Actually, we don't all hate it. Another of us hate it though, because so too many fireworks. Too many fireworks. Don't like it. Chihuahua. Chihuahua Cupcon sound effect. Oh, I'm going eat me time, I dream of it. No! Cakes are friends, not food, Mau Mau. Don't dream of it. Even by the standards of 41st. Oh, so bye-bye. I hope you sleep well. It's nice of you to pop by. They get first chance. Those who take part are lucky to escape with their lives.
Remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Yeah. Thank you for the headbutts again. Come on, you go, come on. There you go. You're working hard today. You're not being slow. Yeah. Those who take part are lucky to escape with their lives. In return for their bravery, they get the chance to capture powerful enemy vessels, gather vital intelligence, sabotage a warship, or assassinate an important crew member. Also, Hellblaster volley guns are great. Well, not volley guns, just Hellblaster plasma guns. You can eat boy feet instead of cake. Yes. Yes. Dream of eating boy feet. Whatever that is. It's a sweet of some kind. There's a moment when none of... Look at this cool art up here, by the way. Oh, spaceships. Spaceships. There's a moment when none of the squad was sure whether they had been hit. The firing of the missiles and rattling of the arto cannons is deafening in itself. The craft shakes, the hull groans under the strain, all amid the clanging and banging of the weapons themselves. It's perfectly possible to take a nasty hit and be none the wiser, but the systems all showed clear, and by some miracle it seemed the craft had survived. But what of the enemy? It's hard to know if you've been hit. And it's harder still to know if someone else has been hit. Askerton wheeled around again to make another run, and they saw what had indeed hit the enemy ship. And they saw that they had indeed hit the enemy ship. A fire burned on its hull. Now this looked a little strange, for there's no air out there in the blackness. Our fire was fueled only by the oxygen escaping from inside. Can you imagine that? Oh, the fuel! Can you imagine that? Well, perhaps you'll see it in time. Anyway, the enemy's ship was still under the full power, and both craft made a run at each other once more. This time there's no mistaking it. Amid the shaking, the crashing of the craft, there was a shake so violent that young Mechatras... Oh yeah, Mechatras is like one of the dudes. It's not the Sergeant Askerton. One of the dudes that like... It's the eyes of this story. I'd prefer bat pie, but that's only because I know what pie is. Pie is a savoury food, not a sweet. Unless it's apple pie. I call a little moment of French anthem is literally, if our young heroes dive who produce them anew, all ready to fight you. Now that goes a bit hard, to be honest. But the young Malakatras overbalanced, crashing his armoured fist into the floor as he threw out his arm to steady himself, and punching neatly through the deck plating as he did so. The autocannons grew silent, but the noise intensified, and Sergeant Askerton struggled to hold the craft steady. He brought it under some semblance of control and then tried to reel around again, but did not respond to his command, instead making a limp turn slightly to the side. Askerton barked out a sudden order for the squad to brace themselves for some rough manoeuvres. It is well indeed that they had all donned their helmets in case of decompression, or even meters apart of a din. They would not have heard a word of his orders without the communication systems contained within. The cabin began to fill with smoke, and Askerton steered the craft towards a nearby world, trusting to the fact that the craft would remain whole and not lose power and leave them drifting in the void. There's no help out here, for Space Marines' helmet and armour may be void sealed. What is one to do floating all alone with 100,000 miles of nothing in all directions? Luckily, on this occasion, it did not come to that. Of much cussing and fiddling with the controls, the ship was brought to heel and pointed in the correct direction. At once to have been enough of an unlikely occurrence, but to their amazement the squad realised that the Chaos Marine ship must have suffered...
Brace for impact roll. Thankfully a Scarton isn't me, so he's not gonna bomb the less than 10 roll on 2d6.
Hopefully. Oh... That's Battlefield Gothic talk there. The squad realised that the Chaos Space Marine ship must have suffered much the same fate, and the traitor crew on board had come up with much the same solution to the problem. Practically alongside them was the damaged craft and a vile and cursed look it had to it too. But now they had a chance to look properly. The Space Marine saw that the strikes of the ship were terminal. The ships hit the atmosphere in tandem and their hulls began to glow red hot from the air. But where the Silver Tempest gunship withstood the heat, the Chaos Space Marine one did not. First a single panel flew back from the hull, bouncing down the rest of the craft and striking one of the autocannons. Then another. As the hull lost its shape, it grew hotter and hotter and began to deform. As it slowed further
French
and
anthem
further.
can be described by 7 minutes of bloodbath.
Thank you, Red, but Francis. There you go. There you go. You. Where was this? Then another. As the hull lost its shape, it grew hotter and hotter, began to deform. As it slowed further and further in the atmosphere, it dropped back behind Askerton's ship. The Space Marines had only themselves to consider now, and they secured themselves to the cabin as best as they could, strapping themselves hurriedly into the seats. Eventually the craft slowed enough, but the drag of the atmosphere diminished and the squad braced for a crash landing. Oh. Then you got rules of the game, leadership test, data sheet, big guns never tire, which is like a... What's the word? Strategy. Way of playing. A scenario for the space for the Hafforts. The Hafforts. Winged Tyrant Prime, Termagants. Havoc Heavy Bolter, Havoc Glass Cannon, Havoc Missile Launcher. Oh. So cool. And then we've got another magazine. And this one has Hellbrute parts. Logovat plasma cannon parts, leg parts, archer cannon parts. Multi-mounter parts, big old hammer. Big old claw. Oh gosh, there's a lot of different head options. That's cool. Ew, that's just a weird face. Reminds me of a ghoul from Fallout. But here we go. Hellbrute. That's the weird face I was talking about. Oh, okay. Space Marine Hellbrute part 1 of 2. And look, the next time we get more magazines, it's gonna have a Wraithguard in it. And our Eldari shall be completed because we got the Howling Branches in the premium set. Yeah. How to build the Hellbrute is obviously one of the book things inside here. And then Path to Glory. Oh, look
Mother,
who it is!
we lack bats. We need more bat wings for the Lords of Night. Abdominus Nox.
I don't have any bat wings. I'm sad. Batman would be disappointed. Who the hell are you? Oh, you're Forsaken of a Space Marine. Or Possessed, whatever it is. Possessed of a Space Marine. At the bottom. Da. Oh gosh, I'm warm. I'm boiling again. I need my air conditioner on. And then I get 2 warmth. But why is this? Demon Primarchs. Even the Primarchs who fell to Chaos walk the path to glory. Some ascend to become Demon Primarchs, such as Magnus the Red of the Thousand Suns, who is favoured of the Chaos God Siege. Look at him. Look at him. Does he have little robotic fingers on his wings? Oh, he's so cute. Go, 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 go. Pushing CO2 on you. What? The Warriors of Chaos might fight together as one army, but each individual also undertakes their own personal journey. This is called a path to glory. On this path, they seek to gain the recognition and favour of the dark powers of chaos. The servants of chaos are motivated by selfish ambition, and each one of them walks their own path, led by greed and hubris, as they attract the dubious attentions of the chaos powers. The lucky among them are blessed with gifts, granting them boons and powers beyond their wildest imagination. They use these in the service of their gods to sustain their dark patrons' favour and benefactions. These gifts range from potent psychic powers to enhanced strength and transmuted flesh. For those who step on the path to glory, there are only 2 possible outcomes: ascension or damnation. A tiny minority may walk the path and eventually rise to demonhood, but the vast majority cannot bear the gifts, and they are given, or else fall from the patron's favour. Those who fail or fall from the path are cursed to live out the remainder of their lives as blabbering and mutated chaos spawn. Sad. Drinking H2O! Drink H2O! No, drink cola! Not sponsored. Ah, my nose is itchy. Oh. The Legionnaires fell to chaos during the Horus Heresy. They spent thousands of years working to please their god in hope of a dark reward. The cultists was recruited on a desolate world. They risked their life in a deadly war, desperate for any scrap of recognition or advancement. Yeah. Some get turned back into space marines. I'm gonna sneeze. No H2O here, only Coca-Cola that vein. In the big head, my big head for the big brains and cola. I'm back. Don't say that I missed a Brit again, French war. No, we're not warring. We're allies. We've been allies for 100 years. Over. The traitor Astartes became one of the possessed by pleasing their dark patron who rewarded them with demonic possession and mutation. That does usually not go very well. The Demon Prince was a great Chaos Lord. After winning enough victories, he was rewarded with Ascension and now fights with even more zeal. Peh. Silly person. Falling like that. The cultists submitted to the dark ritual that went awry. Now they must live out their days as a tortured and grotesque torment. Yeah, that's like a weird possessed, accursed cultist. The farmer sorcerer lord was too greedy and could not bear the gifts that they begged their master for, eventually degenerating into a chaos spawn. Ha ha, poke, poke. This chaos space marine was far screaming into the confines of a hell brute. Here he will remain until what is left of him dies, neither able to ascend nor fall into damnation. Sad. It's not war, it's a discussion about... It's not French supremacy, there's no such thing. It's only allies working together for a greater good. For the greater good, we're all Tau here for Dark Descent Part 2. Or is this the one where they're fighting for orcs? And there's a big old stomper or Gorkanaut coming along. Oh no, we're fighting a Black Legion. Okay, this is different from what I was thinking then. We don't talk about the Weetabix. But our Dorians continue to press for attack of a Black Legion. I do not remember this. Warning signs blazed in Arkerso's vision as hail of shurikens flared past, further into the catacombs. One of his companions, Nakere blazed away with his bolter, blasting apart a couple of leaf aliens in showers of gore, before in turn was brought under the weight of shuriken fire. Oh. Oh, I remember the Black Legion guy was fighting for Eldar. Yeah. What do you mean you don't like the British? I like you. Big old heart to you. Big old heart. You don't like me. But I'm Scottish. You like the Scots, right? Right. Yuck. Nakar blazed away with his bolter, blasting apart a couple of leaf aliens and showers. Yeah. Nakar dove for cover as more discs whizzed by at supersonic speed, smashing into the walls behind him and showering him in brick dust and pulverized bone. Yeah, because they're underground in like an imperial world. He heard in the catacombs or something. He heard a roar and saw the black armoured form of Kardar charge forward into the midst of the Xenos, heedless of danger, with his heavy chain axe biting through their sculpted armour and into the flesh beneath. Before pledging his allegiance to Abaddon and the Black Legion, Kardar had been a member of the World Eaters, and the bloodlust this legion was known for ran deep through him. Unpredictable as he may be, his violent fury was useful at times like these. Argyle concentrated on providing supporting fire as a berserker warrior caused havoc in the close confines of the catacombs. Yeah. Everyone in the Nordics except Denmark posts about Denmark and Danish people for how they talk and sound more, because I know that it's like different Nordics, like other Nordics, like got Finland, Sweden, Norway. Apparently Norway doesn't like Sweden or something. I don't know. I live in the UK. I'm not fond of a good bit of
like
food.
you. I like Scottish and British, but I have my preferences, and we almost never were at peace.
Hey, not only were we at peace for a long time, much of the wars came about because we literally had the same kings. Like, a lot of times it's because we had kings and like royalty that were literally brothers to one another and they argued over inheritance. Like, a lot of it was that the King of Britain owned Brittany and like Britain, like England rather. And then he was fighting his French cousins for territory that he considered his and vice versa. And it's like, oh. We're literally blood related. No, you like the UK. I'm just not fond of a good bit of its food. What do you mean? You don't like beans on toast? That's because American beans suck. The rest of the world has bad beans. We have the good beans over here. No, everyone in Europe has to get along with one another. It's the law. It's the rule. Do I have blood there? I think I have blood there. My cats have been scratching my hands up. Did you hear about the story about a British king that wanted to fight the French one? The French was very tall and in one punch made him regret for... No, I heard the exact opposite story, that the French king wanted to fight the British king, but in one punch the French king surrendered. Or something stupid like a war breaking out because someone refused to shave his beard. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that happens. Europe was very weird at times. Yeah. Faced with a sudden fury of this axe-wielding maniac, the Eldari fell back. Anyway, let's stop with the entire this nation versus other nation. We're all siblings in the long run. We all come from the same place. We all share common language. Faced with a sudden fury of this axe-wielding maniac, the Eldari fell back further into the catacombs, disappearing from view. As Kaldor made to pursue them, Archaeal heard a thrumming sound rising in the intensity. The frenzied warrior, lost in his bloody reverie, failed to heed this warning, and a moment later, a blinding light blazed from within the doorway, striking Kaldor full in the chest and obliterating his top half. In the dim light, Archaeal could make out a sleek graph platform bearing a large Xenos weapon. Oh my gosh, we're just fighting Guardians. They're being killed by civilians here. They're getting killed by the likes of Guardsmen, effectively. I bought Goosh. Yeah, I bought Goosh. Nice. Gaucher, I don't know how to pronounce half of these words. I apologize. We all do. No. Written English is descendant from both Germanic and Latin languages, and so is French, because French is from Frank, which is Frankish, which is a German tribe. French language as a result is a mixture of Latin and German, and Germanic language. The British are descendant from the Anglo-Saxons and Normans, both of which had Germanic language. Well, all of which had Germanic language. And we add in a bit of Celtic language there, and a bit of Latin, and boom, bing, bang, get English. So yes, we all do share some of the same base roots of our languages. So ha ha ha. The Normans are originally from Norway, or something. I think it was Norway, and they landed in France and they became Frenchified. Yeah, but they still had some of the Germanic language as well. Yeah, they were from Norway. For Vikings that landed in France. And they made a deal with the king, effectively being allowed to rule the land of Normandy. You left us. You left ancient Nordic. Yeah. But anyway, enough of that. Enough of the history and stuff. We got Warhammer here. And you got some Chaos Space Marines being absolutely clowned on by some Guardians, which is hilarious. These are just like civilians with guns. Archaeal could make out a sleek graph platform. He recognized it, an alien plasma weapon, a star cannon. Withdrawal had been a feint, for Eldari were drawing them into a trap. Hold your ground and take cover, he foxed to his squad, who duly took positions behind what little cover was available in the cramped confines. We need to take them while the cannon recharges. Britain is still a Celtic region. Yeah. I thought this guy had a dragon fruit at first, but it turns out he's like just got fire in his hand. Yeah, Normandy got its name because northern Scandinavia started there. Yeah. Britain actually has you got what you end up having is you got the Britons from Brittany in France. You have the Cornish from Cornwall, and both of them are more Celtic. Then you have the Anglo-Saxons, and you have the Mercians. The Mercians were like Southern English people. You then have the Yorks, who were Vikings themselves and settled in York area, Eastern Britain, Northern Britain, England, sorry. Then you have Northumbria, also had Vikings settling there, and that's North England. Then Wales itself is more Celtic. And then you got Scotland, which has a mixture of the Scots in there, which again are a Germanic group, not a Celtic group. And then you got the Picts. And the... Oh, what do they call it? It begins with A. I can't remember. You got another group there anyway. So Britain has quite a large mix of Germanic and Celtic groups within it. And then you had the Normans move in, and you had the French kings and so on, and then some Spanish. Britain's like a cultural mixed bag. And then we brought in, during the age of the British Empire, we had just huge amounts of immigrants, which were forcibly moved into Britain from around the world. Oh. Britain is such a cultural mix of people, it's crazy. By the way, why am I getting distracted? We got Warhammer. Warhammer. I keep saying we're not doing history and cultural stuff. We're doing Warhammer. No. The distinctive whine of the recharging plasma cores reached its zenith, and another blinding flash blasted forth vaporizing stonework and throwing up clouds of dust and rock. Now, his warriors charged through for archways. He wouldn't have sounded like that. It would have been sounding more like, no!
English is the mother language of German, French, and Scandi. It's the answer to the question Europe, will it blend?
It's got more languages, in fact, involved in it. It's got Latin. It's got ancient Celtic languages within it. And it's got some Spanish in there too. As well as some Chinese and Japanese and some Indian. A little bit less of them, but we did adopt a bunch of words during our trading with them. And another, I say adopt, we kind of half adapted them. As in, we basically took a word that we massively misunderstood and mispronounced and started using it. Will it blend? Yes, it will. Vaporizing stonework and throwing up clouds of dust and rock. Now, his warriors charged for archway, bolt guns barking in their hands and taking a heavy toll upon the defending warriors. As he advanced, the high-pitched whine intensified. Arkil reached to his belt and grabbed hold of a crack grenade. Crack grenade! That's good in Space Marine too. He pulled out the pin and threw the device underarm towards a platform. Hiccup! His post-human senses had allowed him to gauge the distance and force the timing perfectly. The grenade landed on the stone floor just ahead of a weapons platform, and its momentum carried it forward. It rolled beneath a huffing contraption and detonated, destroying the arcane alien device that held it aloft. Its smoking form pitched forward and exploded. The energies that had been building within suddenly unleashed a miniature supernova. The two Xenos crewing the weapon were instantly vaporized. The ambushers failed, said Arkiel to the rest of his squad. Their heavy weapon has been destroyed. The catacombs belong to us now. You're fighting Guardians, and you're like a Chaos Lord or something stupid. Their heavy weapon has been destroyed. Anyway, his prize was within his grasp. The Black Legion warriors left the narrow tunnels and stepped into a wide open cavern. Could you imagine if from all the areas of a cavern now he just got shot to pieces by Eldar Rangers or something? Or just Eldar shuriken cannons. Slanesh is here. Hi, Slanesh. I've only made it via trade and colonizing. What was this? We made others learn the mess of our language. Yuck. Anyway, stepped into the wide open cavern. At the centre was a black obelisk, the surface of which seemed to shift and change. Archaeo could feel otherworldly energy radiating from it. In his mind, it sang of chaos and eternal night. Even the least psychically attuned human would be able to feel the aura of pain and dread emanating from within. No wonder the superstitious Imperials lackeys had bound it within parchment bearing the warding runes and buried it here, deep beneath sanctified ground. They foolishly thought they could contain its evil, but Archaeo knew that such powers could not be denied. Oh gosh, don't swear please in chat, Pink. Say poops, say poops. He remembered that the last time he set foot to this planet, how he had fought beside his master Astorath, a mighty demon prince who had laid waste to so many worlds. Archaeo had fought and slain many Eldari that day, but it had not been enough. Together with a cabal of robed psychers, the alien witch embarked upon an arcane ritual, binding Astorath within an obelisk of black stone. A shimmering portal appeared through which more Eldari arrived, led by a Xeno sorcerer wearing a great, sweeping helm. Archaeo felt anger boiling within him at the sight of an old foe who had cost him dearly. The shame of defeat surfaced like a ghost, haunting him. He failed Astorath once. He would not do so again. He focused his anger and charged the alien. The two met in a clash of blades, sparks flying from their weapons. Despite her heavy robes, the Psycho was fast and she nimbly avoided Archaeo's blows. Pain exploded in his head. He could feel burning tendrils reaching into his mind, some kind of alien witchery. He fought, marshalling his will against the psychic attacks. He called upon the Chaos gods for their aid. Dark power flowed through him, and he felt the Farseer recoil. Stepping forward, he thrust his blade through his foe's chest. Alien blood sizzled of the sword's power field. All around, Eldari fell back in the face of Black Legion's assault, appearing to lose. Oh, well, I just lost myself. Appearing to lose their resolve now their leader was slain. They fled back through their portal. Archaeo allowed himself a moment of satisfaction, then beckoned for Sockwell to begin the unbinding ritual, with his enemy vanquished, Astaroth would be freed, and this world would burn. Look, it would have been hilarious if he got killed by the Eldari Psycho, that's all I'm gonna say. Trapped within the cold steel coffins of a hellboot or a remnant crazed chaos space means in perpetual agony. When battle comes, the beast of iron and sinew is unleashed to rampage the enemy lines, seeking to repay its own unimaginable torments upon the cruel world around it. Deployment abilities: Deep Strike, Infiltrator, Scout, your leader. Rules to Space Marine Combat Patrol rules, enhancements, secondary objectives, stratagems. Oh, it's just one way it's all rips again. Enhancements, secondary objectives. These are just, again, all rules you can find online. There we go. Combat Patrol! Oh yes, the Arcs are one of the next factions we've got. They have an Arc War Boss in Mega Armor, one of the Buggies, I can't remember which type it is, 2 squads of 10 Arcs, which I'm going to convert into Burner Boys or Looters, and some Devcopters, a Dreadnought, and the Premium Bundle will come with Killer Cans as well. Over here, you got the Leagues of Photon. Brand new battle map. Oh, another battle map will be released. Oh. Leagues of Photon, you get some other bikey bikes. Some other weird berserkery dudes. One of their lords. 5 of their definitely not Terminators. And 10 of their normal Hearthkin warriors. And then the premium bundle has within it a squad of their super heavy dudes.
Oh yeah, being a hellbrute is awful, truly the negative of a dreadnought. A dread is seen, mostly, high white scars, as an honor.
What's it called? A dread is seen as an honor, kind of an honor. I mean, it's still rather terrible being a dreadnought, like a Redemptor is just constantly being consumed by the Redemptor. And I think Brutalis is the same. I'm not sure about the Ballistus. The other older dreadnoughts, I think the Contemptor and Leviathan also consume the host, but the Boxnauts like keep you alive forever. And none of them it's very nice to be within. But, and I can't remember what it comes with. Leagues of Photon. Yeah, you got the Cal, the Hearthkin Warriors. Those guys, these guys. Oh yeah, fair, it's the Thunderkin. The Thunderkin is a premium kit. Yeah. What's this about? A Silent King. Oh, look at that. Look at this. This entire book series. That's Gulliman there. That's a Mordian God. That's a Custodian. That's the Sisters of Battle. That's the Sisters of Battle. That's a Space Wolf. Those are Space Wolf Guardsmen? Imperial Fist. Chaos Dude. No Drukhari. I don't know. Black Templar. Adeptus Sororitas symbol looks like a French one. It does. It also looks like our Boy Scout symbol. I say Boy Scout, it's just Scouts now. I say it's Scouts now because I was in the Scouts as well. I was in the Girl Guides and Scouts. Because my parents are like, we want you to learn how to like do camping and survival, and the Girl Guides don't teach you that. It just teaches you how to play rounders and do knitting. Well, more sewing. It's like, yeah, definitely not going to get bullied for being in this club, am I? Girl Guides was great. Scouts suck. I think the Redemptor Dreadnought law about consuming the pilot's life force has been changed now. Oh. I don't know. Yeah, for Fleur de Lis. Look, oh, tusks! He's got extra tusks! He's got big old tusks! This Terminator was like, I like tusks. I need more. Anthony, I heard you like tusks, so we put tusks above your tusks. Oh, look, those tusks as well. Oh, pages are ripping again. But it's how to paint your thing. Oh, Necrons! We got Necron. I was expecting Chaos Law. Oh, by the way, we're getting Terminators with the tusks next time. But it's big teeth. Big teeth. Yeah, next time we'll be getting these guys and these guys. I'm imagining they're spread across 2 different volumes, but I don't know. Oh no, they're not. That must be in one pack, because that's 49 and that's 40. So yeah, it must just be. Yeah. Yeah, oh, we're going to have 4 magazines next time, and we know what 2 of them are going to be. I don't know what the other 2 will be. Because this will definitely finish. This will finish off for Eldar. This one, the Chaos. We got the Cat Lord. We got the Legionnaires. We got the Hellbrute. We got the Haffox. We are for Terminators. Oh, is it going to be Orcs in the next one? Actually, we can go on the website. I can look up the Combat Patrol on the website. Just come from the jaw area. Hey, hey, hey. He's a Chaos Space Marine. Maybe he's got 2 jaws and one's on his shoulders. Here we go. Combat Patrol magazine. Yeah, we got the Tigerius thing. Bonk. Let's go over here. So let's look. We got this one and this one. So we get that one, that one. Yeah, and it comes with an Orc War Boss next time for in Mega Armor. Oh. Yeah, no wonder it's sold out, because that's very cheap for an Orc War Boss. And 2 paints. And that's very cheap for Wraith God. That's very cheap for Terminators. We've already got for Tigerius. We got that one for free. And then after these 4, I also got this one as well. That's massively discounted, but I got it even cheaper than this. I've not shown this because it didn't come with any magazines or anything. It's just a massive box that's in a cupboard. I've not built any of it yet. Yeah, we converted Tigerius into a chaplain. So I just noticed this paint is not closed properly. Well, that's annoying. I wonder if there's a creature with both horns and tusks that seem mostly unused energy. Maybe. I imagine so. Oh, I gotta consume biomass coming back later. Oh, you're a Tyranid enjoyer. Headpat only works if you just type it by itself. I apologise. Nah, I'm just gonna eat. Oh, okay. Bye bye. Okay, it's not working. Oh, I was trying to get the paint out to the back, but I can't. But yeah, those are pretty cool stuff to get. But here we go. Combat Patrol. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Necrons. After the fall of Cadia, much of the galaxy was consumed by warp storms and communication between worlds was severed. Gradually these storms began to subside, but some areas, like the Nephilim sector, remained mysteriously silent. Troops were sent to investigate, but nothing could have prepared them for what they found. As the warp storms had ravaged the galaxy abated, Imperial commanders were troubled by some areas where communication could not be restored. The Nephilim sector was one such place. The battle group Kelades was sent to investigate the mysterious phenomenon. What they found was a terror and panic as the sector came under Necron attack. More disturbingly, a psychic malaise that the investigators dubbed the stilling had been descended upon the population, leaving them limp and glassy-eyed. The investigators realised that the phenomenon was caused by a large series of activated blackstone pylons. A Necron army pushes forward, covering the surface of the planet. What are the worlds? As this is a battle having the fleur-de-lis as their symbol dates back to a satirical political joke DW made in the original Rogue Trader. Oh, like most things in 40k. Pylons that have been placed by the Necrons. Against Fury's opposition, the force of Imperium managed to disrupt the Necron plans and send out a distress call. In response, battle group Hephaestus, led by Belisarius Carl, deployed to the area. As Shashkra, the Silent King, realised the threat posed by the Imperial defenders, he unleashed his might upon them, seeing the dishonourable lengths Shashkra would go to. The Necron forces turned on each other as the Imperial forces strove to destroy the pylons. Amid the fighting, the ancient weapons tore a new warp rift in real space, and forces of chaos joined the fight. That sounds about right. Imperium. An Imperial battle group discovers the panicked inhabitants of a system fleeing in terror before the Necrons. After sending out a desperate distress call, the battle group mounts an offensive while they wait for reinforcements. Necrons were trying to carry out the plans of Sasquatch, the Silent King. A huge Necron presence of the war zone Nephilim erupts into open civil war, fighting each other with as much ferocity as they fight
turning on the Cadia
forces.
pylon array also turned on other areas, effectively separating the warp from humanity. The soul line snipped.
I hate this. Look at the map though. Nice map. Favoured over gods. Oh, what's all the red lines for? Plundered stilled system is all these ones. The little power buttons. Order C nose clearance crimson is the little eyes. Inquisitorial eyes. Bless me. That's not many inquisitorial eyes here. There's only 2 of them. Oh no. Outlier system is the little hexagons. Not hexagons, diamonds. And then nodal systems is the little Necron symbol. Red line is current estimated nexus border, which is fluctuating, while white lines is astrophic geode fortification lines. Oh, that's cool. Got out to blow. Oh gosh, sorry about that. As the conflict continued, it became ever more expansive and convoluted, with infighting spreading amongst the Necrons and Chaos Voices joining the fight. Every system of the war zone found itself a centre of major action. So weird thinking about human soul in 40k universe being nothing more than an airline tethering us to an old diving suit. That is actually an ancient idea of how the soul works, and it's still an idea floated around by physicists today, and religious groups today. But you got this entire idea of, like, you got a soul, and we got, well, we might have a soul in real life. We don't really know. But there is evidence to suggest we have a soul, as in our own living experience. Is somewhat of suggestive that there might be such thing as a soul. And there's a lot of guesses of how this would work. And like, I mean, you can't just like deny it because you can't prove it. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So a lot of theoretical physics is just about trying to discover the idea of what is life, what are the rules for life, what are the rules for like intelligence, and so on. And like a soul, does every human have a soul is another big question, and so on and so forth. But one of the ideas is the idea of a greater consciousness, right, which could also be viewed as like a warp in a way, and that if we die, we would, our soul would eventually go away and join back into this consciousness, and then the conscious, like each time, it'd be actually easier to explain it as, you got this great old consciousness, which you can imagine in the same way as like a computer today. And like you load up a game on your computer and that's the world. And each time an NPC spawns to that game, that's a person. And the computer itself is its own consciousness, but then it separates from its own consciousness into each of these NPCs to give them their own minor small consciousness roaming around. And if the NPC goes away, all of the data and information maintaining that PC and NPC and their soul goes back to just, you know, the computer storage effectively. And there's an idea that maybe the universe itself works something similarly. Not like a simulation, but where our souls will join back into like this greater consciousness, and then when someone's born, it separates a sliver from this greater consciousness. Our greater consciousness is just effectively role-playing in every single person's head all at once. Oh, it's all very silly stuff. It sounds very weird, but it's part of the theoretical physics is philosophy, and part of philosophy is asking questions like, what is a soul? Well, that entire thing goes back to the idea of, you know, the warp and how everyone is connected to the warp, and, you know, souls and the warp are distinct with one another. Well, are not really distinct from one another. And as a result, it's not really that crazy. And with the ideas of doing like string theory and all sorts of things at the moment, and all sorts of theoretical ideas just open again to that sort of thing. And it's fun. Yes, I definitely... and it is very much like that. Cuptle.
You are not you.
Yeah.
You are a 6-pound anxiety engine, piloting a bone mech mobilized by muscles. You have also entered manual breathing mode.
No. Oh, there is another theory as well, when it comes to like, you know, the body, and that because your entire nervous system connects to your brain, and this is mostly due to having like investigated people like, and how the brain works. Like, we've studied the brain quite very, very heavily under MRIs, under all sorts of things. And not just the brain, but the entire nervous system of different animals, of humans too. And you got like an incredible amount of nerves in your gut. You got an incredible amount of nerves in your spine. And all of these things are connected. And once nerve pathways die off or get killed, new nerve pathways form. As in, like, it uses the same nerve, well, different nerves, but it doesn't like grow new nerves and new pathways. It just uses different ones to get like complete the same objective. Like when you become paralyzed, part of learning to walk again is that the nerves that you used to effectively walk originally don't really work anymore, so you need to use different nerves. And it's like rebuilding those pathways, especially like within the brain and within different parts of the body. So part of the idea is that our soul or consciousness or whatever, less soul and more our consciousness as a whole, isn't just a brain, it's the entire nervous system. Although a lot of doctors and stuff will argue against that. I mean, I only really studied it from the physics side of things. So it's fun. These are fun concepts. Is it weird that when you ask people where's your soul, nearly everyone points to the centre of the chest, but the only thing able to comprehend the soul is in your skull? Well, it is a bit funny because if you shoot the heart, the brain won't last much longer. Like, not even if you quickly start suffering brain damage. And it's like, if you're hunting, the most humane way usually of killing another creature isn't to go for a headshot, it's go for the heart shot. That's generally the most humane way to like kill something, because once the heart's gone, blood instantly stops flowing. And as soon as blood stops flowing, everything just like stops working. Very, very quickly. So, yeah. It's very weird. Also, we often point to our chest because that's like what we view as our center. So it's funny. Anyway, the Lamar system. The system orbits the star of Lamar. A Crimson Ogre class star. An Ogre class star! Run away! It's gonna eat everybody! On the very outskirts of the system, there's a whistling noise. I think it might be my air conditioner. I think it was my air conditioner. I'm gonna have to investigate that after the stream. It wasn't my air conditioner. For something else outside making the noise. It's fine. It just stopped as soon as my air conditioner stopped too. Oh gosh. Closer to the center. Okay, anyway. On the very outskirts of the system, the worlds of Mara and Aram. Mara! Mara's the god in Elder Scrolls. Aram circle each other as they follow their orbit around the heavens. Closer to the center of the Agri world of Plenty. Plenty. The quarry world of Turantis. And the packed hive world of Grandiose. Nearly as far out as Mara and Aram lies the ice world of Chalist. The planet hosted a trio of Necron portals that were destroyed by the Sisters of Battle, hindering the Necron movements of the system. Nice. See no artifacts. Hi, bonjour.
I'm back.
Hi, back. I'm Cupcon. Crimson Ogre. Just look. Just call it what you want to call it. A super red giant. Jesus, G-dubs. No! That's boring. Call an ogre. Make them superstitious and weird. The system orbits the blue giant star of Scathlin. Closely orbiting the star is the agri world of Saint Vestas Scepter. Further out and passing through for both a I want to play Stellaris now. Both a Nocto and Nebulic Belt and dangerous particle reefs is the feral world of the Semantis Magna and the hive world of Esphaladari. On the very outer edge of the system is the moon of Scalen's Coil, which has been pierced from pole to pole by a giant Necron pylon. The Scalen system is the site of a deadly warp breach that allows the demon planet of Wormwood to manifest along with the demigod Ashtar. He's a demigod. He's weak for pathetic for a demigod. Just so you know, when you say hello, Bonjour, you're saying, I know. But your name's Bonjour, and I'm gonna say hello to you. The Mirrorixia system. The system orbits a draconic star of Matika. It is a productive system, and of the outer edges orbits the agri world of Hanken's world, and two quarry worlds of Fegoris Alferic and Fegors Gamhal, between whose orbits lies a hive world of Solen, close to the Stellaris Mylitica. I cannot pronounce half of these words, I apologise. Itself of three dead worlds known as husks. The Matika system was the site of a major assault by Imhotep the Stormlord and one of the Necrons who's opposed Sasuken the Silent King. Saskura the Silent King. Whatever, how you ever pronounce it. Bonk. Hiccup. Dravata's Personae. Why is it every single time we have a Personae thing in these books? Gutterman's always there. Gutterman.
Ha, Vashta is a demigod of chaos. Sucks to suck Belacor. Dude has been at it less time than you and has gotten further.
Okay, that's not hard. Belacor's been at it since like the dawn of forever. And no one's liked him, so he didn't get very far. He's not very charismatic, okay? Many great heroes and villains fought in the war zone Nephilim. Although seldom do people agree which famous figure fits into which category, here we look at individuals on both sides of a conflict whose names are whispered with respect or with tremulous terror. We would take Gilliman, a Primarch of the Ultramarines, and a High Lord of Terror. He aims to drive back the dark forces that encircle humanity and lead the Imperial Man into a new era of triumph and glory. Glory to Gilliman and Sanguinius. Have you seen, do you know that 10th edition cinematic? Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so stupid that Terminator gets ripped apart by Tyranid Prime really easily. And that the librarian makes sense to kind of be overwhelmed by the Neuro Tyrant. But yeah, a lot of that fight did not make sense, of those battles and stuff. Like the Neuro Gaunt's overwhelming things. Illuminator Sesras is a technomancer who used his genius to conduct experiments on living humans. He seeks to use the lesser species of the galaxy to improve the Necrom's form and restore them back to their original organic state. Ephriel Stern. Ephriel Stern is one of the Sisters of Battle and a loyal warrior of the Imperium. Her faith in the God Emperor left her immune to the effects of the stilling, and she was able to use her strange powers to fight against the Illuminator, Sesseras, the sinister Necron that threatened the sector. The Silent King. Sashureka, the Silent King, is an ancient Necron leader and ruler of the secular Khan dynasty. He aims to deny the younger species access to the warp. Meanwhile, he faces a civil war with opposing Necron factions who look with distrust on his plans and his aggressive style of war. Petition to forcibly change Bellacar, the first princess name, to Bella for first disappointment. Maybe. Susa Heck. Favorite of the gods. Ow. Dead. So sometimes I just like my hands fight one another, you know. They got minds of their own, my hands. Guys, call an ambulance, she's crazy. An ambulance couldn't hold me. Some of those who follow the great chaos powers will dedicate themselves to a single one of the gods, bargaining their souls away for whatever they most desire. But in AMX, it won't hold me. All the power of its world can't hold me. You've only just noticed. Yet they will dedicate themselves to a single one of the gods, bargaining their souls away for whatever they most desire. These maniacal followers will often serve unto their deaths, striving after rewards and the glory that their patron deity can offer them. Yay! Power, fortitude, sensation, death. Each chaos god promises something different to devote the souls to follow. Ow, death? Why would you just follow the death? It's like, we got death and cake, death and cake. It's like, what do you want, death or cake? It's like, I'll take some death, please. It's like, really? You don't want the cake? No, I'm happy with the death. Hi, Sky Cow. Ow, that's a steak. A big bad boy called Saw Bomber can. No, it can't. We tried it once. They said that was just a test firing and it was only using like 1/10 of its actual power. No, it used its full power. I just absorbed 9/10 of the power. And it was not a test. We're just like, we have to stop the cupcake. We need to stop the cupcakes. She's too crazy. Maybe she'll destroy us all with her cupcake magic. And they failed. A 100 megatons is heavier than most mothers. I think it's heavier than like... I guess definitely heavier than most mothers. I don't think most mothers weigh even half a ton. I think many mothers don't even get to like a 1/10 of a ton. Some of the degenerates who turn to chaos are so obsessed with the gifts that a single god can offer them, that they gladly throw themselves into service, forsaking all of the gods and following a single path. Amongst the traitors for Chaos Space Marines there are many minor warbands that permanently turn to a single god when the incentives are right. There are also entire legions that have served a single god for many thousands of years. These legions take on a character of their own, becoming warped and corrupted in the image of their patron. They bear the mark of their god's blessing with pride, and they wage war in ways that best use their gifts they are given. Death Guard. Look at that. Look at that. The land shrivels and nature dies back wherever the Death Guard walk. The eco terrorists, destroy them! Destroy them! They're gonna destroy the environment. Get the eco warriors against them. Death Guard. Get the wood elves on them. Wait, we don't have like a wood elf equivalent. We need the Exodite elves back. Eldar. The Death Guard are devotees of Nurgle. Their minds and bodies are corrupted beyond recognition, and they spread their foul contagion throughout the galaxy with warped delight. We have been blessed not only with near-endless resilience, but with an abundance of poxes, plagues, and diseases to be resilient against. Ow! Within their rusting power armor, their flesh rots and purulent pours out from the joints and vents, preceding an army of Death Guards, an overpowering stench and a cloud of infection that fells many of the enemy even before the plague marines can take to a battlefield. I feel like the Death Guard need to have like -1 to all their armor saves. Like, sure, they're incredibly tough and they feel no pain. But the issue is that armor's all rusty and not working very well. In lore, they often do have weaker armor. Where's the World Eaters? Why is it just Death Guard and Emperor's Children? What is this? Stop ripping the pages. It's getting worse and worse with each of these. Can you dodge for Yeet? I've dodged like from minorly before, but not many. So it is possible. Emperor's Children. The Emperor's Children are devotees of Selenesh. At the time of the Horus Heresy, they began seeking such extreme gratification that they murdered millions, either for sport or to render their corpses down to make even stronger skin. Ow! My head! No! Why are you so mean? Why? Why? No! Ow, ow, ow. Yeah. Oh. My head. My head. It hurts. Oh. I'm dodging. Ow. That shouldn't have hit. That caught the little things. Thanks for the heart, by the way. I'm about to see class. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye, Sky Cow. Bye-bye. Love heart to you. Love heart to you. Thanks for popping in. Anyway. Ow! Stop it! Get a fish off my head. Oh. Such pleasure seeking eventually diluted their senses, and now they are oblivious to all but the strongest sensations. They take to battle clad in intricate but garish armor. Many of them degenerate into noise marines who are obsessed with sound and blast sonic pulses at the enemy. Yeah. A shockwave rippled out from the sonic blasters of a noise marine. Rubric marines of 1,000 suns spill out from accursed temples. Of a cursed temple, yawn, yawn, yawn. Till hearts failed. I gave you love, thank you. But still, it hurts my heady head. A thousand suns are devotees of Sinch. They're drawn into the unnavigable web in their search for occult knowledge. Each one is now a potent psyker and wields great power on the battlefield. In exchange for their sorcerer's gifts, they serve their master's twisted plans. But the devotion has come at great cost. Initially, the warriors of 1,000 suns underwent the flesh change, with their forms are twisted into chaotic abominations. In an effort to undo
I
the
bet that,
mutations.
while Death Guard armor is indeed rusted, it now acts as composite armor and that's why it's better. This rust has layers.
Maybe. But like an ogre, they have layers. In an effort to undo the mutations, a ritual was enacted, but this failed, turning each of them to dust inside their armor. Oh. Don't shoot black cats. Black cats are innocent and I've never done anything wrong. And don't deserve the pain and suffering that people force them through. It's very sad. Drinking. What word is wrong? Nurgle is one of the great chaos gods. He's the master of disease and plagues, and he delights in rot and decay, ruffling the life that springs anew from death. Don't bombard me! No, ow! Stop it! That's so mean. Nurgle is known by many names, but often his followers call him Grandfather Nurgle. Among the faithful, he is thought. Oh, look at little head pat thing. When a black cat crosses my path, I to have it come back. That way I undo for bad luck. Now that's how it works, trust me, bro. And then I can pet the kitty. Look. Black cats don't spread bad luck. That's superstition, that's myth. Give it big old cuddles. Give it big old cuddles. They don't deserve to be hurt. No animal does. He's particularly, and anyway. There's a figure who loves all forms of life. He is particularly enamored of disease and affliction. Nurgle works often intrude on real space through warp rifts from which pour illness and disease, infecting nearby worlds and transforming them into incubators of foulness. Nurgle is a giving god who loves to share his dreadful and foul gifts with everyone he can. Nurgle is depicted as a vast mountain of rotting flesh covered in sores and boils. Across his gigantic belly, the decaying muscles splits easily, and from each tear slimy entrails spill out, giving off a stench so foul that is said to bend reality. This appalling figure is often pictured at the centre of a fluorescent garden, leaning over a huge cauldron in which he cooks up even more deadly diseases. Spewing pollution and filth, a great and clean one of Nurgle shambles
Are you
towards
all
the
right?
front line from an ongoing battle. You look constantly shocked by something. No, I'm fine. I'm just reading. I mean, I'm shocked a bit by this image. Look how gross it is. Belly! Punch the belly. Ah, my hand. That's her true form is revealed. It's not my true form. Using the cupcake magic for badness. Petulant Gnarlmar. As a servant of Nurgle, Scaffer, maggot-ridden trees sprout around them, releasing clouds of spores into polluted air. I wonder if Nurgle's farm isn't often a rotting corpse, but is of a disease within the rotting corpse, and that's Nurgle's farm. And that Nurgle doesn't actually care for like most of the children in terms of the like the followers. All he cares about is them just being host to disease and spreading the disease further. I wonder if that's the case and people just trick themselves and gaslight themselves into thinking Nurgle loves them. Hogspringers are masters of unclean magic. I'm back, hi! I'm her pet. Nahaha. Conjure, I put even more pictures of a Cupcake Heresy in Discord. Join the Discord if you want to see the Cupcake Heresy pictures. Okay, I'm going to have to look at these stuff now. Oh my goodness, you coloured them all in. And there's tanks. Little rhinos. Oh, some of the cupcakes don't look very happy. And you got the different colours of cupcakes as different chapters. Hey, why is all the pink and yellow ones burning? No, they're not allowed to burn. No. Titan cupcakes. Oh, by the Poxbingers, masters of unclean magic. And the demonic leaders of the troops of Nurgle. They lurch across the battlefield, cutting down their foes' swords. Yeah, using a sword against a ranged weapon. Pfft, gonna get shot to pieces. Plague drones of Nurgle. Some of Nurgle's demons ride huge rot flies into battle. The seized hooks of flesh suspended from ragged, buzzing wings. Rotigus. Look at that silly fella. The unclean ones are the mightiest of Nurgle's demons, and they are as wrathful as they are filthy and disgusting. Rotigus is a particular feared great demon who is famous for journeying far and wide. I've only got the entire thing about stratagems, command Vivo, counter-offensive, epic challenge, fire Overwatch. Anyone can get access to these ones. Oh. And a scenario called Gaunt to Pain. Deployment. Care space mean players deploy their hell boot in one location. The opposite player consults the table on the next page and places the stage 1 models in the other zone. Oh, so it's like just another more waves of attacks. Oh, and you can give it boons of chaos. Nice. Oh, it earns boons of chaos when fighting, and you can choose what different ones. Oh, Hellboot Victory, Hellboot... Now, that one broke apart fine. I'm not evil! You said that Nurgle's doing a Tomalin, but he's actually a parasitic worm on the inside of a bloated... Not the parasitic worm, but like the disease itself. Like it's full of disease and Nurgle is actually the disease. Not just a parasitic worm. But yeah. So next time we're going to have an Orc War boss. And that should be all of the Chaos guys finished. Or whatever. Okay, next stream I'll probably... Maybe... Oops, knocking things over. Build the Catholics with Last Cannons. And we'll make them all Nurgly. And we'll build some Plague Marines with it. And we got the Hellbrute that we need to build all... What was it? We gave it a plasma cannon, so I think I wanted sustained hits for it, so... Yeah, I think it's Nurgle.
She is evil. Run or destroy her.
No, I'm not evil. Don't worry about it. But yeah... And we'll be making from all... We'll be making from all... What's it called? Night Lords. Yeah. Oh, it's a high Ceridrin. I'm feeling it. 5,000. You won 10,000. Yay! Okay, it's 20 past 7 right now. Let's look. Is there anything of no, there's nothing new on the website. Nothing new on the website. It's fine. Oh yeah, have you seen? Combat patrols for Tyranids have disappeared. And so has the combat patrols for the yeah, there's no combat patrol here anymore. Oh, we're finally going to replace that horrible, horrible combat patrol for the Tyranids, it looks like. We need to do it for the Space Marines too. Oh my goodness. But for also, the Black Templar combat patrol's gone. Wait a minute. Has the Space Marine combat patrol disappeared too now? It has! No, go. Combat patrol. Yeah, there's no Tyranid or Black Templar or Space Marine combat patrol here anymore. We're finally getting rid of. Oh no, wait, it's right here. Never mind. I'm a silly fool. It's online only. Oh, it's sad. I got myself excited. I was like, Black Templars, where's the Space Marine combat patrol? Was it here and I just missed it? Yeah, we're replacing them. I hope they replace the Space Marine one though, but yeah, it looks like, oh, there it is. Yeah, I did miss it. It was right here. I'm hoping to replace this comp because this is terrible. I'll push fit, but these are not worth 100 quid. Because that's not the same as the normal Terminators you get. That's not the same as the normal Infernus. It's like, and like if you want to buy an Infernus squad, you can buy just 10 of them. Relatively cheaply, comparatively. Where are they? Where are they? This Infernus squad somewhere in here. Nope. There they are. 37 quid for Infernus squad. Then Terminators are 42, but for these guys you get loads of spare parts because they're not push fit. This one you just get push fit miniatures. Like, ew. Oh, it's a hi, Tony. Nurgle could be a giant fungus. They are usually associated with what? True. Oh. Yeah, and if I start a set that's only 67 quid, you gain for Terminators well, you gain most of that stuff anyway for 67 quid. Like a 67 quid, you get for Tyranid Combat Patrol and you get for Space Marine Combat Patrol. What's the point of buying the Space Marine Combat Patrol for 100 quid? It's like, see, 100 quid, you get this stuff. The only thing extra you get in here is the Librarian in Terminator armor. I can just buy the starter set for 67 quid, get all the rules, get this handbook, get most of the same. It's like, what's the point? Nurgle is a cordyceps infection. Oh no. See? It's all very, very silly, I think. I need to replace it. It shouldn't be selling it for that expensive. It's not worth that much. So we just wanted to go by characters or whatever. Iron Father Pharaoh. Why does that not load? Oh, there he is. Nice. Guys, next stream I'll be starting a heresy, so beware for Art of Heresy and the turtles may be included. Nice! Cuptle, you're gonna be there too. Aren't you happy? Oh, goodness. But yeah, we're gonna be getting new combat patrols. I'm so excited. I think, are we getting new ones for Space Wolves too? Probably. Yeah, but Space Wolves are gonna get a new one. Don't know what that one looks like yet. I was like, oh. I'll be here to fund it. Fund for heresy. No. Fund me. Fund me. You know, Warhammer's not cheap. But what am I gonna do? What am I doing? You got Tamar alive. Honestly, I'm really tired right now and I can barely breathe and I've got cats to look after and stuff. Unalive are heretics. Unalive are Xenos. Purge and clean. Yeah, join our side of a heresy. There is no heresy, by the way. The bakery is not currently on fire. No one's trying to burn it. There's no cupcake heresy. There's no cupcake heresy in Bossin. Oh, goodness. Bye-bye. But I think at the moment, it's definitely time to say bye-bye. And we'll be building models in the near future. Look at all these cool models. Look at all these haffocks. Last cannons. We're going to get the last cannons that I have spare my Devastate tickets to finish out for haffocks. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Love you all. Yay. Thanks for the story time. Thanks for enjoying the story time and coming to enjoy it. Yeah. I enjoy these little magazines. I hope you guys do too. I hope you too. Do too. I hope you do. I can't speak today. I can't speak. It's hay fever. It breaks my brain.
May the pots boil and the pans fall. Though it takes the last of my filling, I will see the bakery free. And if I cannot, let the bakery burn.
No! No! That's not true. Don't let the bakery burn. Like the stream. Every like on this stream stops the bakery. Ow, burning. Ow. It's another heretic stop. Another heresy stop. Ow. Join the Discord. Where we got links in the description. Oh. Ow! But anyway, thank you for coming to the stream. Work hard, play harder. You know, take care of yourselves, be kind to others, and vice versa. Eat good food, sleep well, dream of cupcakes, but don't eat cupcakes, because cupcakes are friends, not food. And why are you turning me into a cupcake at the end of a stream? It takes 5 minutes, you know. And I'm going to have to be in this form for 5 minutes so it doesn't break anything. Ah, you crazy. You crazy. I'm doing my end stream thing, so I drink. Aha, you're out of sprinkles. You've run out. It costs you to do bombardments. You've gone through all of your funding and resourcing trying to attack me. Every like of the stream is another fire extinguisher.
Ha.
Oh, thanks for laughing at me, Cuptle. Thanks for laughing at my predicament. I'm just going to have to leave it, though. It's already 7:30. Okay, so bye-bye, everybody. Love you all. Yeah. How do I leave again? Which one is it? It's this one. Yeah, bye-bye. Wee! Ah! Love you all.